1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with a Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh, yeah. Used a trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got LifeSource Whole House Water System. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. No more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'm never going back. LifeSource has been doing it for decades. Read the reviews. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Hey, it's Mario Ruiz here. As someone who's always on the move, I appreciate ease and convenience. And that's exactly what I get when I travel through Ontario International Airport. ONT is modern, easy to park and navigate, and it's built for Southern California travelers. ONT is growing with up to 90 daily nonstop flights on your favorite airlines. So whether it's a weekend trip, a road game, or a family vacation, Ontario International Airport is my go-to. Visit SoCalSoEasy.com for more information. Ontario International Airport, the SoCal So Easy way to fly.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who'd I call, it's easy. I tell them my guy, attorney Big Al. Big Al and his team have been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. They're available 24/7. 1-800-HURT-123 or check them out online at attorneybigalca.com. Attorney Big Al is attorney Ken Klein based in Los Angeles.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles.
Sports. And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason in Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Monday the 3rd of August, 2026. Well, it is Rams training camp day. Steve Mason is live from camp and alongside the USC All-American, the living legend from USC, the NFL star, Su'a Cravens, sitting in for Johnny I. Oh,
Oh, Su'a! Wilson in trouble. Wilson is sacked. Su'a Cravens out of nowhere.
Mason Su'a, along with producer Emily. And Emily may know more about Rams football than anybody here at ESPN LA. We bring you all the sights and sounds from Sullivan Field at LMU Rams training camp.
Good, right there. Here we go. On and off, on and off. Good job. On and off, on and off, on and off.
As we count down to the preseason and Rams football back for 2026.
Hey, I love the way you drove that through the front pile.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA, made possible by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, the Chaga Resort Casino, and Waba Grill. Now let's head to the practice field for our Los Angeles
So
Rams.
with that said, let's get this going.
This is Miles Garrett of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio. This is Mason in Ireland.
Mason in Ireland with Su'a. Oh, Su'a. Your Monday afternoon live from camp right now.
Good afternoon. What is going on? Beautiful day here at LMU. Getting ready for Rams training camp. Su'a Cravens is here. You heard a lot of Chris Morales pumping you up, man. He is such a big Su'a fan. Oh, Su'a.
Yeah.
That's
Chris,
what he does.
Me and Chris we're getting close against my will, it feels like.
Yeah, no,
ready for
don't do it
every
voluntarily.
post-game show.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of Chris Morales.
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of scumbags. A lot of scumbags.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day to be in Angelino. It's a beautiful day to be from Los Angeles, to live in Los Angeles, and to be a Dodgers fan, because very quietly over the weekend, they made a very under-the-radar move. They traded for this guy named Tarik Skubal. Now, I have high expectations.
Never heard of him.
How about you, Su'a?
Yeah, if you saw the group chat when that trade was confirmed, my phone almost got lit on fire by about 8 angry Padres fans. So, yeah, I think the Dodgers are poised to go on that three-peat, I think.
And by the way, now everybody's all worked up. You guys, to all of you people who are listening, listen, anybody could have done this deal. Anybody could have done the deal. It was $8 million. And a couple of prospects. And granted, the prospects I thought were pretty good. Zaire Hopes has a chance to be a really good outfielder. And I think if he's healthy, River Ryan can contribute in a starting rotation. But this deal was just out there for anybody to make for $8 million and a bag of magic beans, and nobody did it but the Dodgers.
Yeah, and to that point, I don't understand why people are so angry with the Dodgers. Like, they forced Detroit to make this decision. Right. Detroit could have very well said, hey, we'll wait, and we'll weigh out our options,
we'll
take it to the
right
deadline.
Down to the deadline.
We'll table every single offer and take a step back and go, okay, which is the best one? That's not the Dodgers' fault that they prematurely said yes immediately.
Yeah. And by the way, the other thing about the Dodgers, the reason they're able to make a deal like this isn't just money. It's their ability to identify talent. 2 of those prospects, River Ryan and Zaire Hope, were both traded to the Dodgers in what were actually under-the-radar moves this past year. So they put together a package that they were able to because they've got such an unbelievably talented farm system. Milwaukee could have done this deal. I think when we look back at this season, we're going to say, why the hell did Milwaukee not get it? They might have been a Skubal away, and I really think the Dodgers – part of it is we don't want to face Mizorowski followed by Skubal in a short series.
Yeah, well, last year when we were talking about the playoffs, I was saying Milwaukee might be the team that challenges.
Milwaukee's right there.
And they just swept them last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and they also didn't have the type of pitching that the Dodgers
had. They had Mizorowski.
Yeah, they did Mizorowski, although Mizorowski wasn't quite Mizorowski.
They could have added to the depth of the bullpen or the starting rotation, and they didn't. So, again, not the Dodgers' fault that they strike when the iron's hot.
What I've been hearing is just that it's why the Brewers didn't do it was because it's a rental. Because it's a 2-month rental. You're giving up prospects when Brewers can't get as many free agents as the Dodgers can. So those prospects mean more to the Brewers than it means to the Dodgers, even though, they might be equal in terms of like a ranking of a prospect, but the Brewers, in order to keep themselves in the conversation, have to hit on these prospects. So the Dodgers knew that they could have the inside track to sign Tarik Skubal to an extension. So this is not a rental for the Dodgers, most likely.
Right.
But for the Brewers, they worry that they couldn't send him to extension. You only get him for these 2 months. And again, these 2 months might win you a World Series.
Correct.
If
This
you're
is
the
the whole
I
point.
think it's worth the rental if you're Milwaukee.
How many times do you get the cusp of possibly winning it all, and you're not willing to do that last thing that could potentially put you over the top? And yeah, you'll pay for it down the line.
Yeah.
I doubt Milwaukee will be able to sign Skubal. I would imagine that the Dodgers will sign him.
Do you think they sign him to an extension before the season is done?
I think they will work something out very quickly.
Shout out Ohtani and that deferred money.
Well, I mean, Skubal may be looking at the same damn thing. Skubal may not get his money till 2036.
That's okay. He's going to collect 5 rings before he gets that $200 million.
But I think M made a point earlier today, and M, I think it's the right one, and that is that there's going to be a work stoppage, most likely starting in December with a lockout, and the one thing you want is just you don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe there's a salary cap afterwards. Maybe there are more strict rules that affect the Dodgers. Why not, while you've got Skubal here, why not sign him to a deal now and grandfather that into whatever that next system happens to be?
I think that's the move. I don't think that they gave away those prospects just to go, okay, here's 2 months. Whether if we either hit it big or we lose out on everything we traded for you, I think that's 100% the Dodgers' plan.
I think the case for extending him after the work stoppage is that you don't know what the landscape is going to be. You don't know what the landscape is going to be. Can you pay him? Should you pay him? How much can you pay him? Do you want to lock him up for the long term? You have to know what you're actually playing for. The case against or for the extension, though, is like we just said. You want to get it in ahead of time so that you know for sure you will have Tarik Skubal for the remainder of this contract, and so you don't have to worry about fitting in the salary cap after it's already set.
Yeah, and that rotation now, I mean, it's really kind of silly.
It's ridiculous.
It really, I mean.
Read it out.
Okay. Yamamoto.
Who is the World Series MVP?
Ace.
Skubal.
Who is the reigning Cy Young winner?
Snell.
Is a Cy Young winner.
Beast.
Ohtani.
Who is the
greatest player
two-time MVP.
ever to ever touch a white ball with red stitching on it.
Glasnow.
Has he won a Cy Young?
No, Glasnow has not won a Cy
Okay,
Young.
well, he
but
feels
he's very,
a guy
very
that
good.
would
He would
have
be
won
a lot
Cy
of
Young.
teams' best pitcher.
And all-star Justin Robleski.
Yes.
I mean,
who's
come on.
not even really in it, probably. Who's
No.
like kind of
So
on
who's
the
the
outside looking
bullpen?
in.
Who's the bullpen?
Robleski.
Their philosophy is best 12 arms, right? They went through it. They don't care if starters, relievers, whatever it is. But
don't worry. We have Edwin Diaz as the closer.
Who's well rested.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well rested.
And then you still have Sasaki, who could be a closer, who was your closer in the World Series
forgot
last year.
Sasaki.
You're making it worse. You
There's
guys
not
are making
even
it
room for him
worse.
on the list.
You guys are making
Sasaki
it worse.
too. That's unbelievable.
Also, don't even worry because Eric Lauer hasn't been traded yet, and he's somebody who has won every start that he's made.
Yes.
Who could do bulk innings. Say for some reason Glasnow gets into a pickle in like the third inning in Game 4 of the NLCS.
CS, okay.
Okay, so they're in a pickle. Oh, just send Robleski out there. He's an all-star who can close it down. Go send Eric Lauer out there. Go send anybody else who could lock these guys down.
Let's bring this question back to the table because we asked it last year. Do the Dodgers have to rely on Ohtani pitching now with all of this?
Question.
I think that Ohtani wants to pitch.
Even with the injuries?
Yes, and I think he's going to pitch.
I
don't know that it's the smartest thing, but he's the greatest player in the world, and if he wants to do that, if he wants that challenge, I think you have to present that challenge to him.
I think you're going to run into a time issue, though. I think you have to be able to – he has not pitched since July 3rd.
Right.
You're going to have to run into an issue where he might not be ramped up in time for the postseason.
Remember, we did that last year, too, the whole revving up thing.
Right, exactly. And then he proved us wrong, and he had an amazing, series throughout the postseason. I'm just saying if somebody sits him down and says, we have the reigning Cy Young, we have all these rotation players.
Just go hit.
Let's make sure that you can be the best hitter possible.
Yeah. Gosh, we would be in so much trouble if Ohtani couldn't pitch. That means we'd only have Yamamoto, Skubal, Snell, Glasnow, and Robleski.
And that's another thing I was thinking about because the Dodgers struggle with, guys in scoring position, getting them in, and the bat sometimes being a little cold. With how many pitches they have now, that essentially you don't have to rely on those bats being hot all the time because you've got about 3 or 4 arms that can shut out any lineup.
Right. And by the way,
you can win with 2 runs.
Yeah. And their bats have not been good. I mean, July was terrible for Mookie, terrible for Kyle Tucker.
Playing at home was terrible.
Hernandez. Yeah, I mean, those guys have really scuffled. Now, scuffle now and get hot for the postseason. That's
Another
really
acquisition they made was they got Ben Rortvedt back.
Yeah, Rortvedt. Can I buy a vowel? ROVRTET. Rortvedt.
And he might go under the radar because you have Will Smith hopefully coming back. You have Dalton Rushing, but Dalton Rushing did have to be scratched from yesterday's game because of some lingering irritation.
Yep.
So it's something to keep an eye out for. I know Will Smith was in the dugout yesterday, which we haven't seen him in a minute, and he's ramping himself up. But it was something we before the trade deadline, we were like, if they get a catcher, it means they might not be as confident in Will Smith, and they did get a catcher. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like everybody's saying Will Smith September. Which is great. I mean, you don't want to go into the postseason without Will Smith. But Rortvedt, and nothing against Alfonso, but Rortvedt has been there, has handled this pitching staff really well. I would imagine that he's the guy that sort of steps in if Rushing can't.
Yeah. I have a conspiracy theory that I want to run by you.
I love these. Good.
Can we do it on the other side?
Yeah, sure. We'll do it coming up. We are live from Rams camp. Also got some breaking USC news I want to get into with Su'a. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
800-345-6789. Count the facts. Count on Jacob.
Count your options, then count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Put it in your phone. Memorize it.
Accident or injury. Call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is Mason and Ireland on your Monday live from Rams Training Camp. ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, proud to be the legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Big hits belong on the football field, not on the freeway. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
With Su'a Cravens and producer Emily, back to Mace on ESPN LA.
Tomorrow night, we'll hear that song at about, 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like that, after a win for Tarik Skubal. It'll be his first I Love LA. Tarik Skubal is a Dodger. And Emily, I'm here with Su'a as well. We're at Rams training camp, and you've got a conspiracy theory about Tarik Skubal and the Dodgers.
All right, so my conspiracy theory is, everyone was all up in arms on Twitter. Everybody is setting all the memes. The Dodgers are ruining baseball.
Yes.
It's an easy scapegoat. Is the Dodgers. They suck. They're the big bad. So what I think the conspiracy theory is that the other owners around the MLB are letting it happen. They're letting the Dodgers be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
They're letting the Dodgers get all the great players because what they really want, what they care about more than anything, more than winning, because we heard from Arnie Moreno that he doesn't care about winning.
Yep.
What he cares more about winning than winning is money. They want the salary cap more than anything. They want the Dodgers to win 3 World Series in a row. They won't say it out loud probably in the media unless you're Arnie Moreno, but they want a salary cap more than anything. They're letting the Dodgers get everybody else. They're not going to put in any sort of offers for these great players.
It's never going to happen.
What do you think?
I think that is interesting. And not real. And not real. Interesting, but stupid.
That's a very nice way of saying
it. I don't think that's out there. Now, I do think that they will use the Dodgers as Exhibit A when they talk about a salary cap once the lockout comes in December.
Yeah, give example. There's no parity in baseball. The same person's won the last 3 years. You give examples of the NFL and basketball who have had different winners all these years. But I think maybe it's not a collusion where everybody's working together.
We're colluding to help
back,
the Dodgers.
In the back of their head, it's like we could offer.
If
or
MLB owners think that baseball players are going to allow them to draw a salary cap, you are mistaken. Once the floodgates are open, it's done for. It's why the NFL would rather cancel an entire football season before they give any one of us a guaranteed contract like they do in baseball. It's never going to happen. Yeah. So a salary cap would automatically affect the fully guaranteed contracts of these players.
Yeah.
And I think the MLB players would have to own that, of being we're the first MLBPA that would allow for a salary cap and wear that scarlet letter on your chest.
The scarlet salary cap letter on your chest?
Yes, scarlet SC.
SC. Yeah, no, I think, Su'a, I think you're totally right. The players have never lost one of these with the owners. In 1994, the owners wanted a salary cap. The players said no. They were locked out through the World Series. There was no 1994 World Series in that year.
Owners like their money.
And by the way, by having a long work stoppage, you are damaging the value of your asset, which is your franchise. Baseball franchises will be hurt by an extended work stoppage.
Look at the NBA in the 90s when they had their lockout and they thought that they could out-tough these guys and get Joe Schmo to line up for opening week. And they said, okay, give the players exactly what they want before we lose all of our return.
And I think specifically right now, because baseball feels like it hasn't been healthier in decades.
Yep.
And that it feels like there's real momentum behind the whole of MLB, everyone coming back to watch these games, going to see them in person. And the reality of the world today is your attention will go other places.
Yep.
People will watch another sport. Like there's going to be the Women's World Cup next summer. There's going to be WNBA next summer. But there's also Netflix, Apple TV.
Yeah.
There's every other thing to occupy your time.
Fans are going to be angry.
Yes.
They're going to say, no, we're not going back. We're not going back. They ultimately will, but they'll say we're not going back. And the sport will suffer for it nonetheless. Actually, Jim Bowden had an interesting take. This is Jim Bowden from a little bit earlier today talking about Tarik Skubal.
This is exactly why Major League Baseball owners want to put a hard cap into the next collective bargaining agreement. They want the same systems that we're seeing in the NFL, the NBA, and the NHL to prevent this from happening, quite frankly. And I think this particular trade, it's just going to make matters worse. There's a lot of owners that are going to be willing to shut the game down in 2027, literally, if it means to get a system where one team can't just go out and get all the best players because they have more money than you do.
You know, it did not cost a lot to get Tarik Skubal. This wasn't a money thing. He doesn't have, like, deferred $100 million. None of that. They got him for $8 million, picking up what was left of his salary, plus a couple of prospects went that well. The Yankees could have done it. The Brewers could have done it. The Braves could have. They all could have done it, and they opted not to.
But I don't like that we are actively ignoring the fact that a lot of these owners have money and they don't want to spend it.
100%.
So why are we demonizing an organization that goes, yes, we do have a lot of money, but also I'm not taking 80% of my portfolio and going back pocket, now make this 20% work.
Right.
That's not what the Dodgers are doing. That's what a lot of other teams, I know they don't have the same amount of money, but even with their amount of money, they're still going, how can I cut this in half?
They're handed more TV money at the beginning of the season than they spend on payroll.
I will say
they're
the Dodgers,
making a net profit.
The Dodgers do benefit from a very robust local TV package.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Look at the Angels TV package. Are they using their TV deal to be successful?
You said the Angels?
Yes.
Yeah, the Angels.
Well, the Angels are on like Bally / whatever.
But they still have bread to work with.
I'm just saying, and I agree with you guys.
It doesn't equate to success.
The
all I'm
bad
saying.
owners are the Pittsburgh Pirates. The bad owners are the Kansas City Royals. The bad owners are the teams, the Rockies, are teams that don't want to spend their money. Like you mentioned, that want to pocket their profit and not put it back into their team. The Dodgers consistently are showing their fans that they will go all in it and that World Series or bust every single year. They are going all in, and so that's what you want. That's your dream as a fan of a sports team, to have owners that care about winning as much as
And that's what I don't like. It seems like some of these owners are pocketing. They want their cake and they want to eat it too, while complaining that the teams that are dedicating their money to these resources to garner such talent to their team, they're complaining about the thing that they're choosing not to do.
And by the way, I hated the Yankees back in 2000. I hated the Yankees during that era. I rooted against them every single game. I complained about the Yankees. I said all the time, I want the Dodgers to be Yankees West.
But did you say that they were ruining baseball?
No, I did not say that. Their payroll was much higher than everybody else's.
But that's the difference, I think, is that you can root against them because you don't want the Yankees to win, because you don't want the same person to win every year. That's fine. You can root against the play on the field.
Right. And by the way,
you can't say that Yankees were ruining baseball because they weren't. You
but
can't
what's
say the
funny,
Dodgers were ruining baseball because they aren't.
They're not.
But baseball's never been better.
What's funny is when the Dodgers were essentially bankrupt 10 years ago or 12 to 14 years ago, and they were losing and at the bottom of the poll. The baseball community loved it. They had no issue with the Dodgers being in that position. But now that it's a polar opposite happening, now we must do something about this. Were Dodger faithful screaming for a change when they were struggling? No, because they knew eventually the market will reset. This LA team, one of the biggest markets in sports, is going to be successful whether you like it or not. Why is all of a sudden there needs to be change?
And when all is said and done, what percentage chance do you give the Dodgers of winning a third consecutive World Series? A percentage chance?
33%.
33, 60? I'm right around 50%. With all these moves, with all this money, stuff can happen in a short series, especially in the DS, which is 5 games. 7-game series in the CS, it is hard to win those. I think it's 11 games.
Yeah, just look back 3 years ago when the Dodgers lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks. They had 100-plus wins. They lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks in the wild card round.
Yeah.
Like,
mind you,
anything can happen.
There was more outrage for this trade than at least what I saw when the Astros were literally cheating to win a World Series.
Dodgers did everything above the book.
There was more outrage on my time, from my timeline about this trade that hasn't guaranteed a win. It hasn't guaranteed. That cheating in the World Series guaranteed you a title.
Yes, it did.
I want to point out a trade that just happened because it's somebody that Dodgers might face in the postseason. The Brewers are acquiring Dustin May.
Dustin May from the Cardinals.
And reliever Jojo Romero from the Cardinals. So we may see.
Baseball's ruined.
We may see, what was his nickname on the Dodgers? Like not something, the Flaming Redhead or something like that?
The Red.
Anyway, we might see Dustin May.
But he's having a decent year with St. Louis. He's pitching okay.
He almost had a no-hitter, but he was pretty close to closing it out. So,
and by the way, Jojo Romero, very good setup guy, too. He'll slot right into their bullpen.
And you were mentioning there's been a lot of trades today. It seems like a lot of things are falling out, which is why it's interesting why the trade for Tarik Skubal happened on Saturday and not today. Because maybe it's like they wanted to get it done so that everyone else can make their moves around Tarik Skubal.
Right.
But it just seems like it was an interesting thing to happen so early in this period.
Yeah. By the way, if you're an Angels fan, there are several of you out there.
Are there any Angel players left, though?
They have moved everybody. Brent Suter went to Atlanta. Joe Adell went to Cleveland. Jose Soriano went to Toronto. Now they're getting prospects back, which is what they need to be doing. I assume John Mozeliak is now running this show.
Yeah.
The trade deadline isn't for another couple hours. If I was them, if I was the Angels, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Trout.
Why, though? You're trading away your star, your guy that says he wants to be an Angel, the guy that's been there for
Since when did the Angels care about what their players want?
I'm just saying, why trade him? He's not even that good anymore. Just let him let him have the rest of this
You'd have to
career.
get a bunch of his contract.
I just don't know what you get back for Trout. Because if you're letting him go for nothing and he's your franchise guy, that is a bad look.
You're freeing up money. You're freeing up money.
You
let Ohtani go already. It doesn't get worse. Okay, it's done.
I think it can get worse. Trout is the Angels' guy. Trout is, if you're an Angel fan, that is your guy, and you want him to have your entire career with him. I feel like that is what Angel fans think.
But Trout is having a really good year. Well, I mean, you're talking about trading him right now. Somebody's thinking about.
How old is he?
About
you
October.
have it right now. How old is he?
34.
You are tough on Trout.
I just don't think he's gonna. What realistically?
The guy's got a friggin' 845 OPS. He is better than you.
What could you get for Mike Trout?
A
from
bunch
the
of
Phillies?
bag of Magic Beans.
You can't.
Bag
Tarik
of Magic
Skubal
Beans.
was got for 3
Look,
prospects.
if you want to do right by your Hall of Famer that wants to win a championship, because at the end of the day, he does.
Otherwise, he would have left.
You do right by him. If he says, "Hey, behind closed doors, send me," you trade that guy.
Mike Trout has owed a bunch of money, right? Owed a bunch of money. Okay, so if the prospects they get back in a deal,
which is maybe one prospect because Tarik Skubal left for 3 prospects.
If the Angels eat more and more of Trout's salary, they will get more and more assets back. So it depends ultimately how much of what the appetite
Would
is.
you
for
be
the
okay
Angels.
with them trading Trout for 5 prospects?
They're not going to get 5 prospects for Mike Trout. That's just not the reality we live in.
One good prospect is what I'm looking
and then
for.
The Angels
Mike Trout's
I think you need more than one. I think you need more than one for Trout.
I mean, a pitching prospect, an outfield prospect, eat some of the salary. I would do it. They're moving everybody else off the roster.
I think
it's just like Mike Trout against the world over there right now.
I think it's more valuable if I am the GM of the Angels. I think it's more valuable to have a franchise guy who won multiple MVPs, spent his entire career with us, than to get 2 measly prospects back for him.
You don't know who the prospects are.
I know that the Angels are going to pick the wrong ones.
What if it's like the Dodgers, Jordan Alvarez or Miguel Vargas? Some of these prospects do absolutely pan out.
I think that if the Angels are in charge of picking the prospects that they want, they're going to pick the wrong one. So I'd rather just have Mike Trout.
I think they've got a good general manager now. Who knows how to win because he did it for many years.
Terrible owner.
Terrible owner, no question. It depends how much control John Mozeliak gets over the organization. All right, that concludes Angels Talk for today. USC!
Yes.
Big news. We'll get into that coming up next. Su'a Cravens is here. M is here. We're live at Rams training camp. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
But Skubal showed up one night later just to greet all of his new teammates. And again, Freddie can counsel him on what it's like to transition to the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. And I'm sure not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the 5 pitchers that have the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball since 2022.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Football season is back, and ESPN LA and Waba Grill have your chance to win. Tune in to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show this week for the Waba Grill Trivia Question of the Day. Be caller number 7 with the correct answer, and you'll score a $50 Waba Grill gift card. Every daily winner is automatically entered into Friday's random drawing for an unforgettable VIP game day experience. Listen all week on ESPN LA. Waba Grill, an LA original.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
And it is Mason and Ireland on your Monday live from Rams training camp.
On your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams training camp is presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
With Su'a Cravens and producer Emily, back to Mace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big USC Trojans news. That team that said they'd play us anytime, anywhere has finally said, okay, we'll do it.
Well,
Notre Dame back on the schedule, Su'a.
Well, speaking of SC news, I was just talking to a SC legend, Robert Woods.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who apparently is doing amazing job with wide
here.
receivers here. Yeah.
I was just talking to Marquise Leach trying to get Robert to start golfing with us up there in our nice neighborhood. So, we're going to try to get that going. But, yes, somebody finally came back to their senses after trying to play hardball. It's like the girl that you want to take on a date, and she's playing hard to get. And you're like, look, man, I shot the shot. If you told me no, it's all good. And she's like, there's bigger and better out there. And then she goes out and sees that the grass ain't greener and then tries to spin the block. And it's like, the price has changed, ma'am. That's Notre Dame right now. They were the pretty girl at the bar thinking everybody wanted them. Now they're looking for a ride home at 1 a.m. because Indiana backed out. And they need an opponent with that TV contract ending in 2029.
And here is a notable Notre Dame alumni, JB Long.
That's right. JB just walked.
Yes, JB, let's have a conversation about this. So essentially, Notre Dame played hardball. USC never wanted to cancel the rivalry. They just wanted to move the game from late November to weeks 0 through 4 because we play conference games. We have a conference championship we have to rev up to. We have to play Ohio State.
You don't want to be traveling to Notre Dame in October.
And realistically, if you lose early, you can recover late and still make the playoffs.
Yes, exactly. If we're going to just address the elephant in the room, let's get rid of all the semantics. USC wanted the game not in November, the last game of the season, or second to last game of the season, and wanted to move it from weeks 0 through 4 so that in case there was a slip-up, we have 7-8 weeks to build our resume to show, like, hey, that was early. This is then now.
Plus,
Which Notre Dame can benefit too. Like if
Notre
USC is great
Dame
and
needs USC.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, if Notre Dame slips to USC, they can also recover long term.
Exactly. Notre Dame thought they could play hardball. They said no. USC said okay. In the midst of that, Notre Dame scheduled BYU last minute as well.
Okay, so let me throw this out. Notre Dame's schedule is just garbage. It's just garbage.
Read it out for us.
This year, Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, all at home. They go to Purdue, to North Carolina.
Okay, so far it's just like the bottom tier of all these conferences. Bottom tier of ACC and bottom tier of the Big Ten.
Yep. Then they go bottom tier of SEC again with Stanford at home.
ACC, yeah.
ACC at BYU, home Navy, home Miami, which
that's
can
a
be
good
tough
one.
Game.
Miami's a great game.
Home Boston College, home SMU at Syracuse.
You have one tough game.
Yeah.
UVA's schedule.
You have one tough game.
That's an embarrassing
That is
schedule.
University of Virginia's schedule.
And this is why they don't want to play USC early, because if we play USC early and lose that game,
and they get defined,
and then get to Miami week 7 and lose to Miami, our two real playoff testing teams we lost to, and we have nobody else in this schedule to make up for those losses.
And
let's just say they'll all whine. They'll still whine.
Let's say if Notre Dame runs the table, is that a playoff team? It shouldn't be.
They are in no matter what. If they're ranked 12th due to their favor they're getting from the CFP with no conference championship,
They're
ranked
playing
opponents.
North Carolina and Rice. What the hell?
This year, if they finish ranked 12th, even if they're say in a world 8-4, say they're 8-4 in this world and they finish 12th.
Yep.
Notre Dame, you're in. Can you see why a team that's in a conference where I have to play Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, a conference championship throughout the season wouldn't want to play that team that has no test throughout the year the last week of the season? Can you see why we want to move it to – we never said we didn't want to play you. Just move it to this day. But you said that wasn't possible as you negotiated a contract with BYU at the same time.
Even though they said anytime, anywhere.
It's crazy how it all works.
Yeah,
I'll just say Notre Dame also, why not just join a conference? Just join a conference.
They don't want to share that money.
Join
They
the
make
ACC.
too much money
I don't want to
They're
share
an
that
ACC
money.
for everything else.
I know, but they make too much money on
NBC money, baby.
individual television deal.
That's my.
When
that's
we win a
Notre Dame
natty,
people
we
talking
get to pocket $20 million. And when if USC won a natty, I have to split that 20 with Indiana, Ohio State, the whole conference. That's why they won't join.
Yes.
So they're back on the schedule as of 2030.
Yes.
It'll be the week 0 game in 2030.
Week 1, week 3, week 2. I think that's how it goes.
Thank you, Notre Dame.
I guess you can play weeks 0 through 4. It's amazing how that happens out of
And
nowhere.
by the way, I've always thought it's a marquee game. Why not start the season with it? Why not start the season
you want to
with
hear this
USC
kicker?
Notre Dame? That's like the big national
No.
watching game.
Indy Faithful said rivalry games aren't meant to be played in September, even though you used to play Michigan week 1 and 2 all those years. You remember that? No? Not ringing a bell? USC played Stanford week 2 every year. I was there. That's a pretty big rival for us.
The thing I love about Su'a is he's playing directly to that game.
I'm breaking the fourth wall.
You're playing directly.
He's looking at you on YouTube.
You that's listening at home, getting ready to troll like, that's not what happened. Shut up. It's exactly what happened, brother.
I do like the idea of having talking to the camera.
Yes,
I do like the idea of a rivalry week around Thanksgiving every year, but that's USC UCLA.
We have that, exactly.
Exactly. Because USC is in a conference.
Yes,
right.
because
And by
we
the
have
way,
rules to follow.
Does it make any sense that you would play Notre Dame in that week leading up to the Big Ten championship game? Another place you don't want to play.
Is that not the reason why the good old SEC said we shouldn't have 9 conference games? Because adding that additional SEC games is a gauntlet that we shouldn't have to deal with before the SEC championship. That's what we hear, right? I'm just trying to see when the rules and the mental gymnastics stop. I just want some consistency.
Yeah, well, we're going to get it. 2030. It's finally going to happen, and I think USC fans will be relieved by that. A lot of people blamed USC for the whole thing. It was really Notre Dame's fault. USC never wanted to take them off the schedule. They said, just play us at the beginning of the year as opposed to late October in South Bend.
They said we have agreed to contracts, and we can't make changes year of. In the midst of saying that, scheduled BYU in the dead of the night.
Yep.
For this year. Not 4 years from now. For this year.
All right, so while we have you, Su'a, what do you think of USC right now? What do you think they're going to land this year? What do you think is going to be their win-loss total?
I think they'll go 9-3.
9-3?
Taking my heart out of it.
Yep.
Not speaking as the diehard fan that I am of USC. 9-3. I think they lose to Oregon. I think they lose to Ohio State. I think they lose to Indiana. I think they get in at 9-3.
No.
Okay.
I don't think they do.
It depends on how they lose those games, as we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State's another one that they've got Halloween at the Coliseum. I don't think 3 losses gets in. I think you got to go 10-2 in order to make the playoff. I just think you do.
You think there's going to be 5 10-win SEC teams?
I think that if you look at the history of the playoff, the teams that have 2 losses or less are in, and the teams with 3 losses or more are out. There are a couple of 3-loss teams that have squeaked in.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, though, you circled the games: Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, and who's the fourth really tough one? Ohio State, Indiana.
I mean, Washington at Penn State.
Washington. I mean, it goes on. It's a really tough schedule. But I think if you don't go 10-2, you're not going to the playoff.
Alabama became the first 3-loss team to qualify for the CFP last December.
Yeah, of course, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yes,
where it
because
just means
they get
more.
the benefit of the doubt because of the name on their jersey, not necessarily.
It doesn't matter if we lost on television by 5 touchdowns. This hypothetical matchup, if we were back in Tuscaloosa, we would have beat them by 70. So shows how much ball you know, Emily.
I mean, I will say sometimes when you get to the college football playoff, anything can happen because last year no one would have picked Miami to make the national championship game. They didn't even play in their ACC championship game, and they just happened to luck out that UVA and Duke kind of canceled each other out by Duke beating UVA in the ACC championship game. Otherwise, Miami wouldn't be in there probably.
And a couple of years. I mean, TCU squeaked into the national championship game a couple of years ago at SoFi. So it is possible. Now, I do think, though, 10-2 is what you got. You got to steal 2 of those 4 big games in order to make the playoff.
And you can't slip up. Penn State is going to be difficult. It's going to be a whiteout. Penn State's going to put everything into that game, and I know they have a new coach and everything, and they're not as good as they typically are, but they are not to be slept on.
Yeah, no, Penn State's, and it's a really tough place to play. It's a beautiful stadium.
JB just threw up the fight on. I don't know if you just saw that.
Did he?
And it might have been a peace sign, but he inverted the wrist. He pronated.
I would say if he pronated.
So that's a fight on.
That's a fight on, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, as everybody's on the field now here, or everybody wandering on.
I used to be that
here,
size.
Getting ready for training camp. I saw Matthew Stafford a little while ago. We'll keep you up to date on everything. We'll talk to some Rams a little bit later on in the show. We are live from Rams training camp.
Icebreakers. Icebreakers
is next. Su'a Cravens is here. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And you know we are LA's mega sports station. You spend every day with us on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. But quite often you see us on the streets. The ESPN LA street team rolling up across the Southland and pulling up at the hottest events.
Baby, let's cruise.
You know who takes care of our rides? Our friends at George Chevrolet. The GM, John Good, his fantastic team. Find out more at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Our ESPN LA street team, driven by our friends at George Chevrolet. George Chevy, off the 91 freeway in the city of Bellflower. Thanks to George Chevy for making our ESPN LA street team absolutely beautiful, man.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
The Hard Rock Hotline on ESPN LA. Brought to you, of course, by Hard Rock Casino Tajon.
Experience gaming, dining, and live entertainment at the easiest drive from downtown LA. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka with no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, it is a new month, so everyone's at 0. And
Except for John.
Except for John. He is going to be at minus 52.
Minus 52.
He won by the most he's had all time. So, Sue, are you competing with the others? So here we go. And Brian, if you're playing, I will make sure to count yours. For 10 points, I was born in 1966 in Fort Lauderdale, and I am one of 17 children.
Whoa.
Wait, one of 17 children? Is this
what
the Brady Bunch?
This is what somebody told me. Okay. For 9 points, I have appeared in The Longest Yard, Jerry Maguire, Jack and Jill, and I have made a guest appearance on the show Criminal Minds.
Oh, my gosh.
Say the movies one more time.
Longest Yard, Jerry Maguire, Jack and Jill, and I've made an appearance on Criminal Minds.
What's the name of the guy that scored the last touchdown in The Longest Yard?
I don't know what to tell you. For 8 points, I have a podcast on Netflix.
Okay.
For 7 points, I am both a national champion in football.
I know the
and
answer.
A Super Bowl champion.
I don't know his name. I know the answer.
You will
though.
know this person's name. It's not like it's somebody you wouldn't know.
The question I asked is the person.
I've never seen The Longest Yard.
Okay, well the question I asked is who you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
Okay, for 6 points. Do you want to guess?
No.
Okay.
Keep going.
For 6 points. I was drafted in the first round of the NFL draft, 11th overall out of the University of Miami.
Can I Google the
You
cast?
can't Google.
You can't Google.
The cast of
You can't
Longest
Google because this person will be in the cast.
I know the guy. I just don't know his name.
You're confusing me. Say that clue again.
I was drafted in the first round of the NFL draft, 11th overall out of the University of Miami.
Okay.
Michael Irvin.
That is correct.
Damn, my God.
It's Michael Irvin.
I was wrong at first. I'm thinking
Who were you thinking?
the older guy that scored the 2-point conversion. What's his name?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that movie that well.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt
That's what I thought it was at
Not
first.
Burt
Then
Reynolds.
Miami. Got
He
it.
went to Florida State.
The
Burt
reason
Reynolds
I'm-
was a quarterback at Florida State.
That's what I thought it was when she.
The reason I'm bringing up Michael Irvin is because he was with us on Saturday's show for the Rams training camp. So that would have been one of the clues.
Oh, that was good.
But
That was
you
good.
got 5 points for the others, Su'a. Congratulations.
And Icebreakers is brought to you by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, and nothing extra. You just said something interesting, Su'a. You said that if you went out there and just hit somebody right now,
I'd drop dead.
you would drop dead.
Yes.
Explain.
So, just like you have to get into basketball shape, football shape ain't basketball shape.
Right.
Just getting in shape in general, it takes time. For football players, hitting shape is a real thing. And
Right.
if you haven't been tackling consistently, thudding up, getting your head and shoulder to the same foot, same shoulder, squaring up and taking on that type of force consistently, you will seriously hurt yourself trying to go out and tackle somebody 100%. It's a very violent game.
You know, when I look at games, especially up close like this, and I see guys fall, I'm like, damn, your job is to fall. That is such a rough job. Is that what Aaron Donald is thinking about right now, being in football shape? Obviously, the guy is unbelievable shape, but football shape is different, right?
It's different, but a guy like Aaron Donald was made of vibranium.
Vibranium.
And was dipped in the waters of Minnetonka, the Lake Minnetonka, and came out a superhero. So I think Aaron Donald could come out right now with one arm tied behind his back and still get a sack. It's just there's levels to these type of things, and Aaron Donald is in a different universe as far as that goes.
Yeah, I will say, generally speaking, everybody I talk to now, I lower my voice, thinks that he's coming back. Do you think he's coming back?
I think he's 100% coming back.
I do too.
Didn't you see that one clip from, I can't remember what outlet it was, but somebody had Sean McVay give expressions on if Aaron will be back or not? So he was like, it's a facial expression game, and he gave him a couple prompts of like react to this thing and give your facial expression. And one of them was like, is Aaron Donald coming back? And McVay just like has like a like a mouth wide open,
Yep.
eyes
A
open.
gate. Exactly.
Yeah. It just feels like the longer it drags out and longer we don't hear a decision, the more likely he will be back.
When's the first practice after training camp? Is it like August the 9th? Is that when we go? Because I think that's
the Rams do it different, which is crazy. They only have a 2-week-long training camp while everybody else is still in.
Right, but then they go out to the valley, right?
Mhm.
They go out to Woodland. I would imagine we're not going to see Aaron Donald here. We're going to see him there. I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's living in a dorm at LMU.
I think Aaron Donald's already been working out at the facilities.
Yeah.
I think he's already been training and gearing up and just
Up and ready to
I
go.
think the Rams are trying to figure out because he needs to play in at least 8 games.
Right.
For this contract to be a legal agreement. So I think that they're trying to find out the money situation and how many games they want to play him. Is it going to be every other game? Is it going to be weeks 1 through 8, you just chill,
right,
train, and then 8 through 6, fresh?
Does the 8 count for postseason?
No. I think it has to be 8 regular season to qualify for postseason.
Gotcha. I mean, you would know. You had to.
Well, I mean, the rules have changed. It's completely different now, the how they go about it. So maybe I could be wrong, but I think he has to play 8 games
And
prior to postseason.
His contract is still live, basically.
Yes.
So he retired in the middle of his contract. If he came back, technically he could, if no one did anything, no one negotiated anything, he'd come back for the same amount he was making before he retired. I think that they will come to a different number, obviously.
They can restructure.
Coming back after that, but that's just something to keep an eye on, too, because then if he comes back, he would also have to have a restructured contract to be back. Which I think everybody would agree to.
Yeah,
it feels like everybody's
I think
on
they'll
good
work
terms.
that out. I bet you those conversations
Are the Rams ruining football?
Yeah.
Okay, something else to keep an eye on from camp. I was here on Saturday. We didn't see Myles Garrett on Saturday.
Right.
We didn't see Myles Garrett on Sunday. So just something to keep out. Apparently, he has some lower body soreness.
Lower body soreness.
I'm gonna just tell you right now, that's a vet's injury. That's a vet injury.
Meaning
McVay said, "Hey, you feel like practicing?" He probably said yes, and he was like, "Well, I wasn't really asking. We're gonna give the young guys some reps. You can do Indy, or you're proven. I don't need to see you during training camp." They used to do it all the time when I was in Washington and Denver. They'd go to a vet and be like, "How are you feeling today?" "Oh, I feel fine." "No, you don't feel fine today.
Right.
You're sitting today."
So, Su'a, I want to ask you about this. The opening game is in Australia against San Francisco in Melbourne. Did you ever have
overseas and at Wembley in London.
At Wembley in London.
Tell the story of how that game went.
Oh yeah, it was the first ever overseas tie.
Really?
Overtime tie. We missed a field goal to win the game. We missed a field goal in overtime to win it, and then we missed on our second possession.
Damn.
For a tie. Yeah, to the Bengals. Yep. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
That travel is tough, right? That's like 9 hours. 10 hours.
Who, from Cali?
From Cali, yeah. It is probably 13 or 14 hours to Australia.
I looked it up, and it was like 15 and a half, but it's different. Like, it's further to get there, I think, than back.
Okay.
Like, as the
Against the
airstreams
wind.
or whatever.
Yeah. They're leaving like on a Thursday, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're leaving. They're going to be on the ground maybe for 30 hours total. That's the way they're handling it.
It's an interesting, it's an interesting tactic, and obviously I hope that it works out for them. But they seem like they've done all the studies of you know, how did you get your body changed. But the 49ers are going to be out there for a whole week.
They're going to acclimate.
Are the 49ers going to have a football team to play with, given all the injuries that they're dealing with?
They're all, listen, that electrical substation, I don't care what anybody says. Ricky Pearsall's gone.
They got like 3 of their draft picks from this year alone are hurt.
Don't you think the power station, the electrical substation is affecting the injury situation in San Francisco? By the way, I say build another one. Expand it.
Is this not?
I hate the Niners.
If that were the case, would the 49ers not be and the NFL be in like a lawsuit if players are getting hurt due to?
Yeah, I feel like that's maybe a player thing to the Niners
Class action?
The NFL.
I did play in Frisco.
There you go.
Matter of fact, I have a headache.
You know what I want to do tomorrow when we'll have Dr. Clapper. We haven't talked to him about this for a while, but he didn't shoot it down the last time we brought up the whole theory.
I will make sure he is prepared to talk
about the electrical substation by the 49ers.
They say 5G towers
facilities.
are affecting us as well. So
Lord.
That's sure. But
so conspiratorial.
Another thing too that we saw over the weekend here at training camp was Matthew got all the first team reps.
Yep.
And Stetson Bennett got all the second-team reps. I think when I was out here on Saturday with pads, I think maybe Ty Simpson got 2 or 3 snaps. I mean, there could be more, but it was almost entirely between Matthew and Stetson, kind of like how last year at training camp it was Garoppolo and Stetson getting all the
So
work
they're
in.
grooming Stetson like he's going to be the guy that steps in if Matthew Stafford gets dinged up.
That's not what I want to hear.
Against the Giants, seriously.
That's not what I want to hear.
Look, you've got everything in the middle of the table. Every chip you've got. You've played them all. Why would you go into the season without a veteran starting quarterback who can spell Matthew Stafford if he misses a game or misses a couple of games? You want somebody that's credible and somebody that's been there before with NFL game experience. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. I know Jimmy G still hasn't signed anywhere. Derek Carr is another possibility. Does it make sense to go into a season with Stetson Bennett as your backup?
No, and that's no knock to Stetson. It's just the situation. It promotes questions. You just took a guy in the first round over Mekhi Lemon and Kenyon Sadiq.
Yep.
I would hope this guy that we took
Is
over
the guy.
is the guy. Like, it shouldn't even be a question. Is this the backup? Not that I would even want him to play, given that would mean Stafford got hurt. However, Stetson Bennett, you're a college football legend, 2-time national championship winner.
No one can take that away.
Nobody will ever take that away. You had a better career than 99.9% of people that are going to talk about you at the college level. However, in this context where you have the next guy up as the number 3 making $20 million over 4 years to $30 million over you who was going to make $1 million, this doesn't look right. They can't justify it off numbers alone, so that's not good.
I would be really disappointed if Ty Simpson is not good enough at this moment to be the backup quarterback.
I don't think it's that. I think they are trying to let him be a sponge in this training camp. I think the backup quarterback is not on the team yet.
Okay.
I think that is
I think that's good.
I think that's what
But
it is.
as they should. That's the same stance that the Raiders are taking with Mendoza. Like, you need to soak up all of this game. Also, we're protecting you from death out there because we don't have an O-line.
I got in not an argument, but in a discussion with Cappy on Saturday when we were here, and I was just saying I think we're still going to see Stetson almost all of preseason.
I would think
Stetson and Matthew Caldwell, because I think we won't really see much of Ty Simpson because he's not getting any reps, and I think that Sean McVay doesn't value the preseason in terms of like the players that he intends to start will not see the field.
They will be bubble wrapped and on the side.
I just think that there's no reason to have Ty out there.
There isn't at all.
But if he's not getting reps, why would you have him out?
I think this is going to be a redshirt year in entirety.
But which raises the question: why did you not get somebody?
Because you will never draft that high again.
Yeah.
They don't believe they will draft that high.
I think they don't believe there's a quarterback they wanted in next year's draft.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I agree with you, by the way. But it just discourages me that he's not getting reps. But I agree with them. At some point, they are going to bring in a backup quarterback, a veteran who's been there. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. A little under-the-radar move for the Dodgers. They acquired Tarik Skubal. Everybody hates the Dodgers. Everybody hates this, and who the F cares, right? 877-710-ESPN. What do you think of the Rams' backup quarterback situation? Ty Simpson not getting a lot of reps. Stetson Bennett getting more reps. Can they go into the season with that as a scenario? Aaron Donald, what date does he come back? I want to know the exact date. If you know, 877-710-ESPN. Angels cleaned house. All kinds of stuff going on. Your calls coming up next as we are live from Rams training camp. Me and Su'a and M, 710 ESPN.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I don't think this is fun for other fans around Major League Baseball. The Dodgers can get anybody they want, and the worst part about this is a lockout is all but signed, sealed, delivered.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Corum. Here's your Corum calendar for the week of August 3rd. The NFL is back, and the first preseason game is Thursday, August 6th at 5 p.m. See the Panthers and Cardinals take the field in the NFL Hall of Fame game in shared reality inside the Corum Dome. The Corum Dome is a gigantic 87-foot wraparound LED display and the most incredible way to watch an NFL game. Go to Corum.com right now to lock in your seats for all the heart-pounding action. Don't miss out. And while you're locking in tickets to the NFL, don't forget to secure your seats to see Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, The Matrix, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The Corum Hall is the ultimate sports bar experience with massive LED displays to watch all the action at the same time. And a summer's night on the Corum deck is a great option for a date night. And don't forget to check out the food options at Corum. And with multiple bars throughout the venue and on every level, no one is going thirsty at Corum. Corum really does have it all. Visit Corum.com and secure your tickets this week. That's Corum.com. That's your Corum calendar.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Hey guys, Sedano here, and summer's here. Everyone's getting together. So why are you still living with those same old floors? Upgrade with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They've got millions of in-stock options, including CoreTech, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in stock and can be installed in a few days. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, it's sports graffiti time. 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And of course, on Sports Graffiti, we take your calls. And if you're calling into 877-710-ESPN and you're calling into LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA, you're calling in on the Hard Rock Hotline. The Hard Rock Hotline, made possible by Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Bringing you Sports Graffiti today.
Experience gaming, dining, and live entertainment at the easiest drive from downtown LA. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You get to talk to Mason in Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason in Ireland. Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
Here we go. It is the Hard Rock Hotline, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tajon. And BC, we're on location here at training camp. What do we got cooking on the phones?
Nick and Irvine, you're up first. Go, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, let me explain this very simple for people who don't understand what's going on with the Dodgers.
Okay.
If Shohei gave them a $670 million interest-free loan by deferring almost all of it except for $3,000 per year.
Correct.
Okay, so that's $57 million, $57 million a year going to the Guggenheim Group, which, by the way, is in the top 10% of financial managers in the world handling giant institutional things like state retirement funds, insurance companies, etc. So you're giving them $57 million. You give them a 10% annual rate of return just on that $57 million. By the time they have to pay Shohei that $57 million, they will have earned $173,780,744.83 minus the $67 million they pay Shohei. So they're making money on his contract. But how do you get an interest-free $670 million loan? You have the best baseball minds. You have the best manager for personalities. You have the best dugout. You have the best personnel. You have the best travel. That's it. And we have established a culture. other people, if they wanted to take the risk of managing a $670 million loan and risking that, they could do that. But we just happen to be owned by the Guggenheim Group. So we don't give an F. And we are the Dodgers. And right now, Skubal is going to show us we're going to go. It's going to be an easy one this year. No more heart attacks.
There you go. All right, no more hard cap. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. He was doing a lot of math. I thought for a second was that your accountant?
I wish.
It sounded like your accountant. Many players have got deferred money with the Dodgers. Shohei's got the most, but people like Rafael Devers and Jose Ramirez and other guys have it as well. Francisco Lindor. The Dodgers are exploiting an inefficiency in the market, which means
it is legal.
It is legal. They're not breaking any rules, and other teams are doing it too. The Dodgers, like everything else, are just doing it better. BC, what's next?
Dave in Orange, you're up next. Go, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's so perfect. I'm so glad it's you two in today. First of all, I got to see Su'a play in high school. My son played with you at TV, so I wanted to say hey.
Okay.
And secondly, I want Sua's opinion because I know Mace's opinion on this. But with the fact that the Rams now are looking so great, they're number one going into this season, are you still going to say it's okay if the fans don't fill that stadium for every home game? Or at least, I'm not saying that there's not going to be some visitors, but it cracks me up that you give an allowance and say, it's okay if we're only 50%
No,
Rams
absolutely
fans,
not. Absolutely
or the 49ers or Packers.
Right.
Absolutely not. And this is a problem I've had with L.A. in total with all of their sports. Even when I was at SC, we would win our first 4 games of the season, be ranked top 10. Everybody's in their seats, stadium packed. You lose one game, maybe 30,000 show up a week later.
Exactly.
Being a fair weather fan is more of a representation of who you are as a person. So if you're a fan that only goes to see your team when they're winning or when it's convenient, you're not much of a fanatic.
I got to be honest with you. I understand fair weather fans.
You understand the traffic? You take the traffic into
well, no, here's the thing. Like during the 5 and 12 season, I keep my voice down. During the 5 and 12 season, I remember giving away tickets to friends towards the end of the year because I didn't want to see a 5 and 12 team, or at that point a 3 and 9 team, or whatever it was.
Were you selling to other fans of the team?
Giving to fans of
the team. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I gave away 2 pairs of tickets. And here's the thing. Why support a bad team? Like, if you're an Angels fan, why be an Angels season ticket holder? Why show up every game? Why you show up for bad products?
Because you spent the money.
Right, but you spent the money on crap. You spent the money on garbage. You spent the money. It's a waste of time. I understand why people don't support bad teams and bad organizations.
But then you can't claim to be a diehard or a ride or die. You can't then celebrate when you do win the championship. You can't go, well, I didn't pull up when we went 2-14 last year, but now that we're 14-2, I'm getting my face painted. It's like, no, you're not all in.
I will say, if anybody had been here at training camp long, we've had amazing fans here all
great fans.
Week, and it's been really great to see the turnout. Like, it took forever to get in almost every day we've been here because there are so many fans coming out.
Listen.
So I'll say hopefully it turns and we have all Rams.
But to his point about the stadium, all right, so we've had a decade here, right? This is 10 years. They got hit back in 2016. A lot of winning, a couple of Super Bowls, won. They are building their fan base literally brick by brick, and I think they are building it successfully. There are more Rams fans. There is less of a red out when San Francisco comes than there used to be.
The Raiders haven't been good in quite some time, and I've almost died at every Raider home game. That's how many fans pull up to show, like, hey, we don't care what the record is.
They played this year at SoFi.
I'm telling you.
No, I thought it was in Vegas.
Oh, you're right. It is in Vegas because I'm going to that.
You're going to go to that game?
Vegas, yeah.
Okay.
I've never been.
You might want to wear black until you get to the booth.
Here's the thing. I heard it's exactly the opposite. I heard it's tourists. I heard that there are not diehard Raider fans in Vegas.
Vegas? Okay.
That it's mostly tourists that show up.
In Vegas.
Okay.
In Vegas for games.
Because I know the Steelers took over when they were there.
They deal with takeovers in Vegas all the time.
We played the Raiders in their stadium before they left, and it smelled awful, but their fans were adamant on letting us know whose house it was.
Let's get another call in here. BC, what's next?
Chris in L.A., you're up next. Go, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, gentlemen, love the show. I got a few things I'm just going to hit you with.
Cool.
First of all, deferred payment has been around forever. That's why we have Bobby Bonilla Day. You know, the Mets just messed up in how they did it, but it's been around. Dodgers didn't create anything. And Su'a, yeah, we don't have any. I think there's a lot less ride or die fans in L.A. simply because we have so many other options. So, yeah, there's some, but mostly, as Mason said, we're not going to support a bad team. And sometimes that sends a message to the owners to do something when they're losing money by people not showing up.
No, stop. Now we're enabling this because that's why the SEC has it just means more because even when their team loses, this is religion. We're going to the game on Saturday and they show up and it creates the false presentation like we're a good team. When you support no matter what, it does create a bit of an intimidation factor traveling.
It's true.
I hear you. I agree. I got one last point I want you guys, and this is really why I called. Cool. I'm surprised neither of you have talked about the fact that Notre Dame gets an automatic bid to the playoffs if they're ranked in the top 12 at the end of the season. If you look at the last 10 years, they've either started in the top 12 or been in the top 12 for almost 80% of the last 10 years. That's I know they're in an independent league, but that's ridiculous. No other sport allows a team to automatically, by contract.
It's a participation trophy.
Yeah,
you can say what it is.
Completely agree with you, man. Yeah, if they're in the top 12, they make the playoff, and they play nobody all year.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, but they would be an automatic.
They play the bottom half of the Big Ten and the ACC.
This is a team that lost to Northern Illinois at home early in the year and needed that USC win late in the year to be like, look, we're good. They want to avoid that, so they didn't want to move the game, and now they have no choice.
Right, and that's why they caved, and we're playing them again in 2030 in a 4-year
week 0-4, baby.
Yeah, 4 years they're doing it. All right, let's get one more in here. Hey, BC, what do you got?
Walrus, you're in Encino. Go Walrus.
Hey, Walrus, what's up, man?
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Training Camp Su'a is the best Su'a, man. That dude is feeling it right now. And also, Su'a, shout out to your folks at Wild Fork. I'm sitting across the street from Havenhurst and Ventura up here in Encino.
Go ahead and put some meat in your mouth,
Su'a,
man.
You brought up the Raiders. Yeah. Havenhurst and Ventura for those in Encino. And so you brought up the Raiders. Mr. Raider, Al Davis, saying, just win, baby. And that's what the Dodgers are doing right now, man. They're not just going for this year's championship. They're going for the 4th in 7 years. That's a dynasty. You mentioned the Yankees back then at the beginning of the show, Mace, that they were 4-5. But look, even if they put in a salary cap, the Dodgers are going to still perform like the mathematician was saying at the beginning of Sports Graffiti. They just do everything better off the field. So you want to put a cap in, it's never going to happen. But even if they did, the Dodgers are going to still be on top. Great show, everyone. Have a great day.
All right, thanks, Walrus. Yeah, by the way, the Dodgers are so smart.
Can I jump ship? Can I become a Dodgers fan? The Rockies aren't doing it for me anymore.
Well, why not? Come on.
But, I'll let you guys have this. Because if I jump down with Skubal, you just signed Skubal, you're going to go on a three-peat. It looks very bad.
50-win team? Seriously?
All we got is our aces to talk about. We got a nice little pitcher, and then, I like purple and black.
Come on over. This is where the fun is,
I'm going to wait. If you guys win it this year, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm just going to be like, yep, Dodgers, woo, and the next year I'll slowly convert.
We are so friggin' spoiled in this town, are we not?
Yes.
We are so...
Is this Title Town now?
Myles Garrett here. We added Tarik Skubal there.
Let me just talk about what has happened in LA since 2018 in terms of star power traded, not even just acquired, traded to LA.
Yep.
So in 2018, July 18th, Manny Machado to the Dodgers. In July 6th, 2019, Anthony Davis to the Lakers. July 10th, 2019, Paul George to the Clippers. October 16th, 2019, Jalen Ramsey to the Rams. In February, in 2020, Mookie Betts and David Price to the Dodgers. In 2021, Matthew Stafford to the Rams. In 2021, Trey Turner and Max Scherzer to the Dodgers. In 2021, Von Miller to the Rams. In 2025, you got Kelsey Plum to the Sparks. In 2025 as well, Luka Doncic to the Lakers. In 2026, you had Trent McDuffie to the Rams. And then 2026 as well, Myles Garrett
Did you mention Kawhi to the Clippers too?
That was a free agent choosing as opposed to a trade. These are all trades, not just free agents. Because if you want to add free agents, you have you've got Ohtani going from LA to LA, but whatever. And then you have Kawhi Leonard coming to the Clippers as well.
I mean, listen, here's the thing. If you are not all in this town right now, you risk losing fans because there is so much going on with the Dodgers, so much going on with the Rams. The Lakers obviously rebuilding around Luka. It is I'm going to say the John thing. It is a star effing driven town. It really is. And our teams have all gone all in, which is what makes this such a great year. Coming up next for you, Torrey Holt, great Rams wide receiver, is going to join us. Mason in Ireland. Sue is here. M is here. Live from Rams training camp, 710 ESPN.
In the breaking news from over the weekend.
That the Dodgers finalizing a trade to bring Tarik Skubal from Detroit to the defending champions.
Skubal is now a Los Angeles Dodger, adding to the powerhouse rotation of the world champs.
Does it guarantee the three-peat?
What does it mean for baseball's future labor negotiations? We're talking about it all day long on your home of Real Dodgers Talk.
Breaking news on 710 ESPN is powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for coupons and locations.
Great teams walk in with a playbook, so why face your family's future without one? Globe Life makes protecting the people you love simple, and with Globe Life, it's never been any easier. You can apply for coverage online or with an agent in just minutes. No complicated strategy, just straightforward protection from a name you already trust. Get your free quote today at globelifeinsurance.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Hey, it's Oral Hershiser. Can you believe I have my name on a building? I can't, but I'm grateful and I'm humbled. And here in Chino at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet, we love Chino. We love the people of this neighborhood, of this community, and the surrounding community, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the same way I served you on the mound, the way I'm serving you on the microphone, and the way we follow and watch champions and championships.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
And it is Mason in Ireland on your Monday live from Rams Training Camp.
On your home of Rams football.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA, made possible by Waba Grill. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
With Su'a Cravens and producer Emily, back to Mace.
Hey, what's up, guys? Live from training camp, and we're joined by one of the great wide receivers in the history of the game, Torrey Holt. Torrey, great to see you, man. Thanks for coming by.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, so what do you, I mean, we were just talking about teams being all in.
Yeah.
The Rams being all in right now.
No doubt.
Tell me about what you think of the Rams culture. Like, what are they building here? What are they continuing to build?
I love it. You know, my brother and I, we run a company back home in North Carolina. We have our own commercial construction company, and it's all about team and responsibility, accountability, details, and showing up every day, doing the ordinary things extraordinary every single day, day after day after day. That's what this football team does, and it starts with the head coach and Sean McVay and the job that he does, his attention to detail, his focus, his intentionality on understanding what the standard is, and then making sure that these guys live up to it. This is a football team that's built for championships. We all know that, and they know that, and I think they have a football team, a coaching staff that'll help them rise to that.
Well, I don't play in the NFL anymore, and I don't have not a chance in hell to make the Hall of Fame. So I'm going to say what I want to because there's no repercussions.
Do it.
It ain't right what they doing, man. You should be in that thing. You should have been in that thing.
Thank
If they keep you waiting, I might have to start a riot because this is absolutely ridiculous. But being a part of the greatest show on turf, being a part of that special team, I know a lot of people can talk about the quarterback and talk about the running back and talk about both receivers.
Yeah.
What is a fun fact about that team that people that are out on the outside wouldn't know that made that team so special?
Well, the way that we practice, the way that we approach the game every single day was phenomenal. I talked about details earlier. Our football team was very into their details, and we all took notes, very detailed, precise notes. So when we got out on the football field, we was able to play fast and play quick and play with our minds. And there was days where the ball didn't touch the ground. Like, seriously. Like, there were days where the ball didn't touch the ground.
Tough day for the defense.
Very tough day for the defense. But you heard Tay Adams talk about iron sharpens iron. That's what the vibe was in St. Louis. And we were very serious about our jobs, very serious about being really good pros. More importantly, we pulled for each other. I think that was the thing that separated that football team. That was why we was able to become champions and play in 2 Super Bowls.
With the rules now, I don't think y'all would be able to practice how y'all used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I probably would play 20 years.
Yeah, right.
In today's game. But the way that we practice and then just going days without the ball touching the ground really shows you how prolific we were as a passing team.
What do you think of these two, Puka, Devontae, this wide receiver combo? What do you think of it? How would you describe it?
Certainly one of the best tandems in the National Football League. Tough, gritty, smooth, silky, aware. Both of the guys, their awareness, particularly along the sideline and down the distance, situational football. You can tell that these guys are tuned into that. And a large part of that comes because of how they're coached. That's happening in the meeting rooms, but they're bringing it out here to the playing field and getting it done. But they complement each other so well. And I talked about, again, earlier, how those teams in St. Louis pull for each other. These two guys pull for each other. They want to see each other succeed.
Speaking of that awareness, especially with Devontae, I mean, you can speak to this better than any of us. At what point is he expected to slow down? Because it seems like he's taking that awareness and using it for the spacing that the DBs give him, and it's like, okay, I might have lost a step, but you won't be able to tell because I know angles. Is that a part of that awareness?
It is. He's a craft master. Is what Devontae Adams is, and Puka Nacua is growing to becoming a craft master. Puka takes away some of those takes away some of that attention that Devontae gets. He doesn't have to do it all.
Can't give Devontae the double every time.
Yeah, so now Puka is getting some doubles. Now it leaves Devontae in some one-on-one situations, and then if they decide to double Devontae, then it leaves Puka in the one. So it's like pick your poison.
Yeah, right.
Then if you try to say, okay, we're going to play some two-man to take away your two outside perimeter guys, then we're going to run the ball with Kyle.
With our 7 tight ends.
We're going to run it with Corum. I ain't even got to the tight ends yet. I didn't even got to the tight ends yet.
The 13 personnel thing is obviously the heart and soul of what's going on.
We go 13 personnel, 12 personnel, 11 personnel. Hell, if they want to go 14 personnel, even if there's such thing, they can do it. But they're all talented tight ends.
Yeah.
Big, talented guys. And I think T. Ferg, I really do. I believe this in my heart of hearts. I think he's going to have a big-time year.
Yep.
Big-time year. And I think Jordan Whittington, also 88 receiver, can have a big-time
grinder.
year as well.
He's a grinder.
He's a grinder, and then you get it in his hands. And if he's healthy, as he stays healthy, you get it in his hands, he turns into a running back. He's really good with the ball in his hands.
What about Ferguson that makes you think he's going to have a breakout season? Because I know for me, playing a safety and playing that dime role, the last thing I want to see on 3rd and 10 is an athletic tight end spread out to that hash.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him that gives you that feeling?
I think another year in the system, confidence goes way up. And his confidence goes up because Coach McVay and the staff believes in him, and they're going to give him ample opportunities to make things happen. And I think he's ready for it. Talented, smooth, can run routes.
Got to get that man strength on him, and
as he continues to grow and continue to mature and develop, he's going to get stronger. I think his career is. I think he's going to have a big-time career.
If prime Torrey Holt was wide receiver 1 on this team, what would it look like? What would it feel like for you?
Touchdown!
Oh, man. Statistically, 100 catches certainly a year, 1,700 yards a year, 10-plus touchdowns.
Wow.
Again, because Coach loves wide receivers.
Yep.
That's why I say it's a wide receiver-friendly offense, certainly. But, yeah, statistically, I blow it out of the water. But I know I'll be coming to work with excitement because the energy that Coach brings. Because when you go in that film room and you get ready for a game week and he gives you that game plan, it's a game plan of winning. And when I think back to St. Louis, Coach Martz would give us that game plan, and we would look at it. We knew there was wins all over that game plan. That's the same thing with Coach McVay. And, again, as a skill player, you love that. You get excited for game week because you know on Sundays it's going to look exactly the way it is, and he's going to put you in a situation to have success.
I had McVay in Washington, and he would walk into our defensive meetings if he was excited about the practice script and say, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah.
That's the type of confidence that this team is playing with. When you have your head coach instilling that type of confidence, the sky is the limit. What is your projection for the record for the Rams this season? I know everybody's saying 17-0 with the inkling of Aaron Donald coming back.
I've backed off of 17-0.
Yeah, I think I certainly believe they're a double-digit wins team, no doubt about it. I think they'll be in position for they'll be in good position for a good playoff spot.
I think they get that,
including a home game.
Yep.
And then I think they come alive. I think they come alive in the playoffs.
How different is it when you're the team? Like you guys were the team in the league. This is now the
target
team.
on your back.
How different is
I think it's great. You know what? I think it's great for this team. I think it's great for any team. I particularly think it's great for this team because, again, I go back to the coaching and the leadership. I think Sean will have them ready for the moment. And the reason why they'll be ready for the moment is because they will be a prepared football team. They all know what everyone is saying about it. Hell, they look out on the field and see all of the talent that they have. So they know the expectations are high. They also know that they can achieve those expectations because of the players that they are, the type of men that they are, and then more importantly, the type of coaching and leadership that they have.
Let me ask you, you're working on you're here at camp with Edwards Life Sciences.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell us about it.
So this morning, Eric Dickerson and I, we did a PSA for Edwards Life Sciences, just trying to encourage people to go out and get heart screenings. And if you're 50 years and older, go out and get your heart screened. There's heart valve diseases out here, and it goes undetected. You may feel like you're totally fine, but there's some underlying issues going on with your heart. But you won't know that until you get your screening.
Right.
So we're encouraging all of our fans out here, our lovely fans out here that come out and support our team.
Get that EKG.
Get that EKG, get that heart screening because we want you to be out here. We want to make sure that you have a healthy heart where you can actually enjoy some of this entertainment that we're all going to see this week.
I think I speak for all guys when I say we love going to the doctors. Guys we do not go to the doctors.
Don't do it.
We don't do it.
We don't do it.
Terrified of the doctors.
Yeah, we are.
You gotta go do it. I've pushed off my physical like 4 years in a row now. I need to go do it. It's like
go to the doctor.
Dudes, go to the doctor.
And when you go to your doctor, when you go to your primary care doctor, ask him about heart screenings.
Okay.
Ask him about, you want to know what your heart is doing, what's happening.
Yeah.
And, again, that's what Edwards Life Sciences is doing, the partnership with the Rams, which shouts out to Edwards Life Sciences for the partnership.
Very cool.
And being here today at training camp, providing free heart screenings for our fans and those that want to come out and see what their heart health is about.
Nice.
My primary is tired of seeing me because I'm a hypochondriac. So I see him all the time.
Is that right?
Good.
You
Yes.
go see a doctor a lot.
He's literally
Wow.
texted me and said, go to Quest or somewhere else. I'm not doing another lab for you. But
by you going to the doctor that way, it allows, it gives you, you know
Peace
how
of
you
mind, right?
we need to
gives you a
get
peace
rid
of
of the
mind.
stigma that you should be afraid to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You want to know.
That's
know
right.
now so that you can take care of it and handle your business. But speaking of going to the doctor, not a lot of people get to meet Hall of Famers in person. You didn't go to the doctor for this hand. I don't think you did. Can you show them what a Hall of Fame receiver's hand looks like?
The hand is.
It's not trying to throw up West Side, but it is.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
amazing.
That's a Hall of Fame hand right there.
That's work. Just dislocations over the years, and I don't want any more surgeries. They can break the knuckle. They can fuse the knuckle.
Don't let Ronnie Lott. Don't let Ronnie Lott
Just
see
live
that.
with it as long as it's working, right?
As long as it's work, during the winter months, because it's arthritic, it gives me a little trouble. But it's still works.
Is there metal in there? Is there?
Well, I have screws here.
Yeah, screws there.
But no metal in here.
No metal in there.
Which is good. And then my pinky, this pinky is going all the way over there to the right side.
So that's the Ronnie Lott injury. That's the Ronnie Lott injury.
Yeah, you got one going its own way, doing its own thing.
At USC, he asked me, he said, "So would you cut it off?" And he shows me his pinky. I said, "Absolutely not." He goes, "Punk," and walks away.
That's so Ronnie Lott. That's so Ronnie Lott.
Tori, it is so great to see you, man. I
Absolutely.
have a feeling that when we're standing here with you next year, bring your gold jacket,
Thank
man.
you, man. I appreciate it.
Or else.
I'm getting closer, man.
Else.
And I'll say this: thank you. The Rams fans on social media and on the internet, man, they are going to bat for me.
Yep.
So all the Rams fans out there that are listening, that pull for me and continues to rock with me, thank you very much for your fandom.
Awesome seeing you, man. Thanks so
Without
much for
saying.
coming by.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Torrey Holt, one of the legendary wide receivers in the NFL and with the Los Angeles Rams. And the St. Louis Rams, I should say. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Have you ever been to one of those 4DX theaters?
The one at Disneyland for I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah, that.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The one right here, the theater here, is a 4DX.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I went over there to watch a movie one afternoon when I was doing the morning show, and I had something later that day, so I'm like, I'll go see a movie. I had no idea what it was, and I just went, and all of a sudden the seat starts shaking and water starts squirting around.
Smells.
And the smells and the fog and all this other stuff. It's wild.
They put smells?
Yeah, like scents. Like, so let's say you're entering it's an ocean scene. You can get like the scent of salt water in the air.
Oh.
Like they pump it into the room.
They're not going to pump locker room smell, right?
Well, they could.
They're going to pump funk?
I don't know.
Oh, that's, you know what I'm saying?
I can direct the movie, but I mean, if you can put good smells in, you can put bad smells in too.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
You already know how to count. You already know who to call. Simple counting pattern that lands on Jacob every time. 800-345-6789.
So basically, if you can count to 9, you can count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem, because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity, and you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp on this Monday. Now, Su'a Cravens is with Mace today. Oh, Su'a! But Sua''s going to be on the morning show tomorrow with Beto. Oh, baby!
If you love having fresh wild meat in your mouth, shop Wild for it.
Oh, Su'a, we are going to work you out for the summer of schwans, Jack. Su'a tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Take a deep breath, Su'a.
The Summer of Schmantz.
Right now, though, more of Rams training camp. More of Mason and Su'a live from LMU on ESPN LA.
I don't know how you do it, Su'a. How do you sit in there with Morales for 3 hours and deal with him?
It's non-consensual.
It's non-consensual.
It's contractual. It's contractual.
Well, he's going to be on our show for 3 hours tomorrow, too.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow
week.
Oh, he's not going to be in the studio in the morning with us?
Yeah.
No, he will be.
Oh, Dad, I thought I was going to escape the
I was going
madness.
to say, speaking of, what Tori came over and talked about with heart screenings and everything, shout out to Chris Morales.
I didn't realize you were.
Almost died.
Yeah, Chris Morales, exactly. His heart stopped for a minute there. Why are you a hypochondriac? Where does that come from?
I don't
What's
know.
What's your most recent problem? It hurts when I do this?
No,
like
so I told you I had to go to my urologist because I drank too much sparkling water and coffee, and it agitated my bladder floor. So the moment I drink a Perrier, I feel like I'm about to pee on myself now.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I mean,
is there a pill for that?
That is something that affects people. It is one of those things where
Yeah, so I can't have
too much Perrier.
So no sparkling
Perrier
water right
poison.
now. No, so I'm picking my poison. I'm going iced coffee in the morning and then nothing the rest of the day.
You know,
besides water.
Water, yeah.
I
but
have
not
now
sparkling.
switched from coffee to these tropical energy drinks from Starbucks. I know it's probably
no,
bad.
do not drink energy drinks, please.
It's from
Matter of fact,
coffee.
let's get you an EKG today.
It's from coffee.
Su'a.
But it's an energy drink.
But it's made
he
of
used
coffee.
to have 8 shots of espresso in his drink, right? That was how you
Yeah, 8 shots of espresso. I've switched over to this. It seems to be working okay. I'm pretty fired up.
Hold on, there's stevia in this. Yeah, come on, man.
What's wrong with stevia? Stevia is what you use when you need something sweet and you don't want something bad. Stevia is like the good one.
Remember stevia in Breaking Bad?
Oh, that's right. The stevia, exactly. You got it that way.
Okay, I found this funny piece of sound. So we were talking about, today is the trade deadline for the MLB. In about 90 minutes is when all the trades will be locked in. But there is an unhappy Pirates fan who decided to call the Pirates postgame show and was in an interesting spot when it happened. Okay. So can you play it, Brian, please?
These 13 games were probably some of the most important.
But Steve, what a familiar
games.
place! What a familiar place! What a comfortable chair in which we sit.
Exactly.
What can I get started for you?
Over the last decade. Hold on 1 second, Dan. Give me.
What was that? Are you in the drive-thru?
Classics and that. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to get my son thing. But Dan, where we are.
Where are you at? Hold on a sec. Give me a second. Where are you at? Are you stress eating right now?
No, I'm trying to get it for my son. I'm just trying to get it for him.
Where are you?
Wendy's at Latrobe.
Wendy's. What are you getting?
Two big bacon classics.
Can you order me a therapy Frosty?
I don't know if they have that, dude, but I'm telling
you.
you.
Can cut it off there, Brian.
That's very, very funny.
Okay, so when we do post-game show for the Rams, there are plenty of people that call either leaving SoFi, coming from SoFi. Some are in drive-thru, some are all there. I love it when people are like, oh, just give me a second, I got to order my double-double here. Because you're in those lines and in and out for a long time, and you might be on hold on the Pirates post-game show for 30, 40 minutes.
You guys do the post-game show. I would love to make an appearance on the post-game show.
You sure?
You are more than welcome, Mason.
Are you
but
sure?
I'm aware of when you are in your free time.
Yes.
You like to, ride the Flintstones
down the dino trail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think you like to do that in your free time. So would you be comfortable calling into the Rams postgame show?
As long as I'm not called a scumbag, which is one of Morales'
no
favorite
promises.
words. No promises. Exactly.
He calls everybody a scumbag.
And I will say, you and Juan are more than welcome to come to the postgame show at HPC, which is where we'll be every home game postgame show. So if you want to,
where are you doing for
you
pregame?
could share shrimp with Chris.
Or you're doing
pregame. We were always at Corum.
Nice.
Which is awesome. So, me and Su'a have our regular orders at Corum.
Yes.
I always get the chicken Caesar salad and a Diet Coke. And then
I get the Bohemian pretzel and the barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
I believe that's a Bavarian pretzel. Is it not a Bohemian pretzel?
What is Bohemian, by the way?
Like-
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think that's where my people are from. I think that's
It
where
might
my
be
last
a Bohemian
name,
pretzel.
That's where my last name comes from. So we'll see. But so anybody here, you're welcome to join us at HPC after the postgame show.
By the way, I for my podcast, I talked to Jeb Terry, who invented Corum.
Ooh.
It's incredible what he's been able to do. Do you realize that they've got multiple cameras placed? They're like these long sort of sticks placed all over any event that they're doing, and that's how they project back to Corum. And there's one person that mixes the feeds.
Is that those things
for
that
all the Cosums
are on the sidelines right there?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the Corum cameras.
Do you
I had
think,
no idea.
Mason, they'll ever do like an award show with that? Because I'd like to see like images of the people, like who's mingling with whom from
that'd be great.
Corum.
Well, I talked to Jeb about the idea that someday, because everybody's into large screen formats,
Yeah.
Will there come a day where a movie comes out formatted
that format.
Corum? Like, see, the Odyssey in shared reality would be absolutely.
Because I know they do Harry Potter right now. They're doing that,
Yeah.
and but it's not necessarily it's reformatted and reimagined at Corum, but it's not like the Harry Potter movie was made specifically to
was
play
not
at
made
Corum.
for it, right.
So could be interesting if
But
like
it's-
someday it does.
Yeah, I saw The Matrix and I saw Willy Wonka. Both of them were really terrific. Harry Potter, I've never seen a Harry Potter movie.
What I think is interesting, I saw this on my social media feed the other day with the Corum and the Harry Potter thing, is that there is a scene going on in which they play chess.
Okay.
And in the back, so the Harry Potter movie is playing on a rectangle.
Yep.
And then behind it is actual chess pieces moving how they do in the movie. So that's pretty cool. They've done a good job with it.
How good was the Odyssey, by the way? Because I'm a big Greek mythology guy.
Did you see it?
I was in Hawaii, so I
you
couldn't.
gotta go see it. You gotta. It's unbelievable.
On the 60 millimeter or the
70 millimeter
70
IMAX.
millimeter. Okay. Yeah.
Or just go to IMAX, or just go see it wherever you want.
No, I
want
want to see it on the 70 millimeter. I got to see it that way.
So, Su'a, if you want to do that, because you live in a nice neighborhood.
Nice neighborhood.
But you want to go to Universal City Walk. LA Live, so maybe after the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
You go hop over to Regal LA Live, watch it on IMAX 70 millimeter there on the big screen.
Yeah, there are only 3 IMAXs in LA, right?
Well,
There's one in Glendale, I thought.
Well,
I went to that one for Sinners.
it is not the IMAX 70 millimeter. It is IMAX, and then they also have 70 millimeter. It is 2 different formats.
So there's
You
big
can see
screen
it.
format 70, and there's
So if you want the one that Christopher
I
Nolan,
need the one that Mr. Nolan wanted me to watch.
go to
a
Regal
movie.
LA Live, which is right by our work, or you go to Universal City Walk.
By the way, I talked to somebody that was in that movie. You know what? They were in that horse. They were in that horse when it got
I
dragged.
know.
They were. I mean, it's just the most amazing thing.
How
It
do
was-
they not drown?
It was all practical. There's no CGI in it. All of it is practical stuff.
I mean, there's a little CGI because the Cyclops
there a
isn't
Cyclops?
real.
I was gonna say,
the
is there a
Cyclops is a
Cyclops?
puppet.
No,
the
it's
Cyclops is a puppet.
Face it, it's a combination of a
Do
puppet
you get
and
to see
and
the
live
sirens?
action.
Do you get to see the sirens, or do you just see Matt Damon
You see
screaming?
You see
hear
sirens
them.
from far away.
Yeah, you hear.
Oh,
the
you don't
sirens.
you don't see them up close, though?
Well, that's kind of the point, though. You'll get to the point of the movie. Anyway, we don't want to spoil it
Yeah,
for you.
we don't want to spoil it. We're giving you the entire
We
movie
both
here.
like it a lot.
Interessante.
All right, coming up next, the Dodgers not only got Tarik Skubal, they got another arm today. We'll explain who that is as we are live from Rams training camp. Sue is here, Em is here, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
But Skubal showed up one night later just to greet all of his new teammates. And again, Freddie can counsel him on what it's like to transition to the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. And I'm sure not one, not two, not three, but 4 of the 5 pitchers that have the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball since 2022.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your own schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job, it's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at GlobeLifeCareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got LifeSource Whole House Water System. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. No more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'm never going back. LifeSource has been doing it for decades. Read the reviews. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
And it is Mason and Ireland on your Monday live from Rams Training Camp. ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, proud to be the legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Big hits belong on the football field, not on the freeway. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
With Su'a Cravens and producer Emily, back to Mace on ESPN LA.
All right, we are live at Rams training camp. Su'a Cravens is here. Em is here, hanging out on a beautiful Monday. And I don't know if you're a Dodger fan, it's a beautiful Monday because we got Tarik Skubal on top of everything else. He is expected to make his first start for the Dodgers against the Cubs tomorrow at Wrigley Field. The Dodgers have a reigning back-to-back MVP. They have a reigning back-to-back Cy Young Award winner. First team ever to do that. We are really, really good. And yet, M, chances of winning the World Series, you say?
I still say 33%.
What are you watching?
I say it's about 50-50.
It's
Weird
just
stuff happens.
33% is less than that's like you saying they're not gonna win it. You're most likely not gonna win it.
Baseball is weird. Baseball is weird, and I also believe that's kind of like what the odds makers are giving you. I don't know about that, but I think 33% is really, really high for one team to win the World Series.
Do you
50% is unrealistic.
Okay. Let me ask you: what are the chances for the Dodgers to make it to the second round? What would you give
I
that?
think that's like 90%.
Okay. I just wanted to see where you were on the spectrum as far as chances go.
Yeah, I think that they'll probably end up with the best record in the NL. I would venture to say it's either them and the Brewers, but with what the Brewers didn't do, maybe they fall behind.
Yep.
But
I think the teams that the Dodgers will ultimately need to face.
Ooh.
So they're a lock for the NLDS.
That's a good catch right there from Tyler Scott.
There is, I think 33 is low. I think 50 is about right. You're even higher.
60. I think they're
50
not.
is ridiculous.
I think
50% versus the field, that's ridiculous.
By the way, to Emily's point, Fangraphs has them with a 29.8 chance.
And that's incredibly high.
I mean, if I'm betting money, I'm not going to say I put $1 million at 60% thing. I wouldn't say that if I'm betting money, but I'm asking you personally. You're saying you think from what you've seen and the trades they just made that they only have a 33% chance? I think that's kind of low.
Okay, so get this. You have to bet $240 to win 100. They're plus 240.
Yeah, they're favorites.
They're the favorites.
I would be surprised if they got knocked out earlier than the CS. I would be surprised. But when you get to the CS, a 7-game series against somebody like the Phillies or the Brewers or the Atlanta Braves, and anything can happen, I think that the CS is almost guaranteed, but the World Series, getting to the World Series, I don't think anything's guaranteed.
And they did, among other things, in addition to Tarik Skubal, they acquired a pitcher from the Kansas City Royals who has been a starting pitcher career. His name is Chris Bubic or Bubic. We don't know exactly.
2025 All-Star, yeah.
Yeah, All-Star. 8-7 last year, 2.55 ERA. This year he's on the 60-day, but he did make 9 starts through 50 innings and has a 4.11 ERA. I'm guessing that's a longer-term play for the Dodgers, that they're not necessarily I mean, who knows? Maybe they're looking at him saying, there's a great situational lefty for the bullpen, even though he's been a starter for the bulk of his career. Maybe that's what they're seeing. They're seeing stuff that we don't see.
Yeah, maybe they're looking a year down the line where they're like, no, we're going to take him. He's going to be a part of an even bigger trade that brings in somebody else that gets us accused of ruining baseball.
Yeah, ruining baseball. Actually, you know what? Why don't we you've got a piece of sound there from Jess Mendoza I wanted to play, Brian Cohen, back in the studio. Jessica Mendoza, who works on Dodger broadcasts, was talking on the Get Up show earlier this morning.
About the money that they're spending, $9.5 million left on this contract. There's a whole plethora of teams that had the ability to not only pay that contract, but also had the prospects to be able to trade. I look at the Milwaukee Brewers, I look at the Tampa Bay Rays, even the New York Yankees. But what the Dodgers have been able to do, you look at 2 of those 3 prospects. Those are 2 guys in River Ryan and Zaire Hope that came in trades that this organization developed, scouted, found talent, was able to get more value in those trades to turn that around in getting Tarik Skubal. So this is something that's not about money spent. I get it. The Dodgers spend a ton. This is about organizational excellence, top to bottom, from their scouting, front office, to their player development.
Yeah, to everybody, I would say this was not about money. This was about a bag of magic beans, a couple of prospects, and the ability to take on $9 million in salary. Anybody could have done it.
And if it was about money, be mad at your owner. I mean, for some teams. Some teams just don't have the cap, but, like, for a lot of these teams that are crying, be mad at your owner.
And just because you have money doesn't mean that you're going to make right decisions. Look at the Mets for a prime example.
Absolutely. By the way, we're watching Matthew Stafford on the field right now here at Rams training camp. And
he's working with the ones.
They actually put Fergie in as a H-back, fullback type of position, and they have him doing things he did not do last year, which is leading the duo block or leading the lead block, which takes a bigger body. So I think they're doing that to protect defenses from being able to game plan when Fergie's in. It's a pass, which was the giveaway last year.
By the way, and he had a couple of moments. He also had a couple of drops last year, but Sean McVay is going to find a way to use this guy. And everybody we talk to says he is going to emerge in a big way this year.
And the Rams also typically have their great picks have a good pop in the second year. So look, Blake Corum is a prime example.
Right.
He wasn't used a ton in the first season, and then the second season that he was with the Rams, he got a lot more play and was much more of a thunder and lightning with Kyron Williams. So let's hope that Terrence Ferguson has the same pop in second year.
And I've not seen, I don't know, I would assume Max Clare, who the tight end they drafted this year from Ohio State's probably in the same boat, that he may not be an immediate contributor on this team. We do have a lot of tight ends.
Parkinson is huge.
Parkinson is and made some unbelievable touchdown catches.
He is again, if you're looking for a fantasy tight end to take, Colby Parkinson will get you touchdowns.
He just blocked the DB about 25 yards down the field.
He's a huge target in the end zone. So you have Devontae Adams in the end zone that can always get big and get it for you. And you also have Colby Parkinson. He is a touchdown machine. If you're looking for fantasy tight end.
Hated tight ends like that.
If you're playing fantasy, it's a good one to get. Matthew Stafford's still out there, and I'm seeing Stetson Bennett.
Yep, he's right there. No helmet on though.
Right there.
Yeah.
But it's ones-on-ones right now, and Matthew Stafford is lining up under center. Blake Corum has been his primary backup. Drive, and he just threw.
That should have been picked.
So is that how you approach seeing things? As you think defense first when you're watching a game, when you're watching this training camp practice, are you thinking defense first? The defense should have gotten that. The defense should have got a pick, or offense first.
Just naturally, it's easier to get 11 guys on defense on the same page because there's less moving parts. So
is that why? So who has the benefit in training camp?
Defense. Just because early in training camp, it's easier for me to tell my guys, go cover 3. Bam. Because everybody should know what they're doing, and you should be able to play fast. For offense, it's Z right, X laser, 92, 55 chain. It's a lot of stuff.
It's catching up.
And one missed block ruins the entire play. Right. So offense is all about timing and being on the same page. Defense, it's more of just knowing your job. So early in training camp, I think defense should be doing well, and it looks like they are.
Yeah. Looks like they are. And this practice M is going to go till about
like 2:55. I know usually probably will wrap around maybe 10 minutes early.
And then you never know who's going to stop by.
You never know. The great thing about the Rams is they are incredibly efficient. And that's why, Sean McDermott came by and looked at the Rams training camp on Friday. And what's great about that is it just seems like the Rams are a envious team, and a team that other teams should be envious of because of McVay's efficiency in how he runs things. No time is wasted here. You never see people lollygagging. You never see no one knows what to do. Everybody knows their purpose and comes out here with purpose.
Yeah, and I think too, the fact that Sean McDermott stopped in, I think it speaks to everybody wants some of that Rams magic, whatever that is, whatever Sean McVay's cooking up. People leave that. I mean, I would imagine Nate Schiehaus and Chris Shula might be head coaches next year somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not a head coach right now.
I'm surprised they didn't get jobs
It's
now.
also one of those things where McVay is secure enough in his own ability as a head coach as he deserves to, because he's the best head coach in the NFL, I think.
Yeah.
Is that he wants more voices. He doesn't want to shut people out or not, feel insecure about his place. He knows what he's doing, and he's a secure manager in the way in which more voices are better.
He didn't become that way either. He was always that way. In Washington, when he was the OC,
like
we wouldn't go to Jay Gruden. We would go talk to Coach McVay about anything, things you should ask the head coach. But it'd be like, hey, Coach.
He's extremely confident.
And it wasn't, hey, Mr. McVay, sir, it was, hey, Coach, man, what's up? What do you got? And it's like, he'd have 4 other position coaches around him, and he'd be like, what do you guys think? It wasn't just I know all. Right. That's just how he is.
Well, it's a little bit like, actually, it's a lot like what the Dodgers are doing now and what the Lakers are ultimately going to do, which is building that infrastructure, getting as many smart people as you can in the room to help make decisions.
No ego.
No ego at all.
And that's what helps to make the best decisions is sometimes the best idea doesn't have to come from the quote-unquote most important person in the meeting. It can come from anybody. That's the lack of ego allows for that, somebody who isn't the most important person in the room to actually be listened to.
Yeah, and I think, like McDermott stopping by yesterday is interesting because I do think Chris Shula, especially after this year, has the potential to be an NFL head coach. And Sean McDermott is a defensive coordinator on top of being a head coach. You never know. He could be here as DC next year.
One person we still have not seen today is Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
And I do think, like Su'a said, it could be one of those.
It's a vet day.
Vet day. But it's been 4 vet days.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. If I'm Coach McVay, he's not playing until week 1. I don't need to see anything from Mr. Garrett. Matter of fact, go get ice. Go get rubbed out on the table. Anything you need to make sure you are 100% playing week 1. That's all I'd care about. For a guy at his stature in his career, you don't need to see him getting reps other than staying in shape.
All right, we're going to get a break in here. We got Fast Track coming up for you. We are live at Rams training camp. You never know who's going to stop by. Stay tuned. In the meantime, my buddy Jacob was here last week at training camp. He is the official legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. He's the legal partner of the Lakers and of LAFC. These are great organizations, and they trust Jacob Imrani. You can trust him, too. He's one of us. He's a fan. You see him at games. But on top of that, he's part of our community, and he's there for you when you need him. If you're involved in any kind of accident, bike or scooter, pedestrian, car, commercial vehicle, Uber, Lyft, the thing you need right away is somebody to tell you what to do, somebody to give you advice, and Jacob Imrani is that guy. Remember the number, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. I trust him. We trust him. The Rams trust him. You can trust him, too. 800-345-6789. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Well, Beto Week continues.
It's Beto Week.
Guess who's in? The one and only, the USC All-American, the 5-star Su'a Cravens. Oh, Su'a! We'll get Su'a involved in the final week of the Summer of Schwantz. Plus, Gregory Arthur Bergman has your Dodgers baseball, producer Jorge, and so much more. Fun and frivolity, sucker. We'll see you Tuesday morning on Live Imaging Tuesday, 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Oh.
Hey,
it's Mason. For the ultimate immersive sports experience, get into Corum. Take MLB to a new level. Experience the game like never before. The Corum Dome, a massive 87-foot wraparound high-resolution display with reserved booth-style seating. The Corum Hall features wall-to-wall sports, and check out classic films like Harry Potter, Willy Wonka, and The Matrix in the Dome. And for summer nights, the Corum Deck is the perfect place to grab your favorite cocktail. For more information, go to Corum.com, and I'll see you at Corum.
Sun Heung-min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot, shot, and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break!
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Coverage starts Wednesday at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hi folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
All right, so over the weekend was an exciting weekend in women's sports. There was the launch of the Women's Pro Baseball League. They were playing in all their tournaments in, I believe, Indianapolis this summer. There are 4 teams, and one of them isn't here in Los Angeles. So there's the Boston Hunters, there's LA Queens, there's the New York Heights, and the San Francisco Firebells. And it kicked off on Saturday. It had a rain delay, which is just awesome to start off your league. There was an interesting rendition of the national anthem, but overall, seemed like it had a great time. LA Queens won the first game of the Women's Professional Baseball League. They had the first run. They beat the New York Heights 10-8. And I had one of my friends out there, and she said she had a blast. She had the best time. Her and her cousin went there and just really enjoyed it. They even have Maybell, who was one of the surviving members of the original Women's Professional Baseball League that was in the World War II. So next year, who knows what's going to happen with male professional baseball, the MLB.
Right.
Because there could be a lockout, there could be work stoppage. With that, if there was a tournament in LA next year with all these teams, would you go to see a women's professional baseball game and support the LA Queens?
Yes, and that's only because I had
Bring your daughters?
I would bring my daughters and show them that, look, this is going to be you in a few years and get that NIL money. However, I say yes because I was lucky enough to go to high school with one of the greatest softball players ever, Sierra Joy Romero. You know, shout out Vista Marietta. She's also on Michigan, the all-time home run leader for the Michigan Wolverines.
Right.
So, yes, I would gladly go see these women torching the ball out of the park because they hit a lot of home runs. They're actually really good.
Well, as an actor from A League of Their Own,
He was in the movie.
I was in the movie. I can say that I love the fact that they're doing this. Absolutely love it. It's a part of history that they're reflecting on, and they're also building something new. My good friend Sue Kalinsky is part of the organizing crew, is covering it for YouTube, doing reports and all the stuff from all the games. It's available on YouTube. I would absolutely go see it. Good for them. I'm in favor.
That should have been picked off. Mr. Bennett, that should have been picked off. You can't be throwing late over the middle, dog. Rule number one.
All right. VC, what do you
Fast
got?
track.
I just saw this tweet from Adam Schefter. I thought was a little weird. So, Guardian Caps, apparently they announced today that Texan safety Jalen Pitre as their first ever signature athlete. So we have a Guardian Cap signature athlete now. Surprising by
this is dumb.
This kind of feels a little weird, no?
Like
this is dumb.
The Guardian Cap guy.
So are you now paying players to now wear the Guardian Cap? Because it's a safety protocol issue. So we shouldn't be incentivized to wear the Guardian Cap. Either you want guys to wear it because it's the safe thing to do, not because you're paying them to do it.
So would you it wasn't around when you were playing.
No, but I in my last after I had my concussion and my eye injury, in my contract, when I got traded to the Broncos, I had to wear a certain helmet that met like a certain concussion grade.
But you
protection.
never wore the
These
Guardian
weren't out
Cap.
yet. These weren't out yet.
Yeah, the one thing I find really encouraging is that when they first introduced it, very few players were using it. We're seeing more players.
It's pretty
use it
ugly.
now.
It's pretty ugly.
It is not the best looking thing in the world. You would say maybe it looks uncool, but keeping your brain intact.
I would for sure wear one though.
Yeah.
As much as I hate it and how it looks and it ruins all your drip, I would wear it because it would protect me.
Let's go back to the 1920s. I'm sure that they thought it was
Oh,
weird
when
that
they were-
they
Some
with the
leather
leatherheads. Yeah.
My hat was more protective than the helmet they were wearing back
And they
in
were
the
like,
1920s.
"Oh no, it's not flying anymore."
So
And then,
BC, let me follow up. BC, is this one particular player is going to be like the spokesperson for those big blue hats?
I think he just tweeted out it's their first signature athlete. So to this tweet, I would think more would come.
See, but now I'm going to take off the Guardian Cap until I get paid to wear it. Because why am I not being paid to wear it like he is?
Yeah.
We all wore it at the same time.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Hey, by the way, Brian, you are going on big vacation, right?
That's right, a little honeymoon trip to Alaska for a little
And
over a week.
You're doing the cruise, right?
Yeah, we're doing an adult-only cruise, so no little kids running around either.
Clothes optional.
Is it? Wait a minute. It's clothing optional on that ship? Is that right,
There
Brian?
might be a spot, not the
little
whole thing, but-
little adult room, ground floor.
Now, do you cruise? Su'a,
Absolutely not. You see my skin color.
Yeah, I do not. Em, do you cruise?
I have not been on a cruise.
Are you just hoping this isn't the one where like there's a ptomaine breakout or something? Legionnaires.
Oh gosh, yeah! Don't get trapped off the coast of California for 2 months.
Yeah. Are you afraid of that at all, Bri?
No, and I will say if it does happen, I'll be in Alaska, so there could be worse places to be stranded.
You should go shoot a episode of Life Below Zero if you're going to be out there.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Do it.
That's a good honeymoon trip. I actually have a friend that went there, said they were seasick the entire time.
Didn't take the Dramamine before they got out there?
They wore the little things on their hands.
Oh, you gotta pop that pill.
They did every single one of them you could do. Still got sick.
Maybe they had vertigo, and they didn't
That very
know.
well could be. Very well could be.
Could be. There's a weird story about Harrison Bader over the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Harrison Bader is an outfielder for the San Francisco Giants. Was injured. I think it was his ankle.
It's a left plantar fasciitis.
Okay, left. And he went out and got into a scooter accident.
Existing injury.
You're also not supposed to be riding those types
Scooters,
of things during
right.
the season.
So they are not going to pay him.
He voided his contract.
Yeah.
You're
is
not,
that the right thing? Is that the?
I mean, it's just business. It's
Yeah.
just like as football players, we're not allowed to depending on
Snowboard.
who you are, you're not allowed to snowboard. Exactly. You're not allowed to go skateboarding.
Does it literally say that in the contract?
It doesn't say you can't go skateboard. It says like you can't endanger or it's a very specific language that is basically a very passive-aggressive threat that if you get hurt doing something other than football, we will cut you and or not pay you.
Because there was a Rams player, I'm blanking on who it was. Is it Dedich? He had a hand injury due to something on the 4th of July. That was
Justin
not.
Dedich.
It was not fireworks. It was something fell on his hand.
Yes.
And so he hurt his hand over the 4th of July.
But it was not fireworks.
It was not fireworks.
Yeah, that was Justin Dedich. Yeah. There's a famous incident. Vlad Radmanovich from the Lakers got. They said, we don't want to be that organization that is not player friendly.
Really? Did Tampa Bay pay Jason Pierre-Paul when he pulled up with 2 fingers?
I do not know the answer to that. I remember the incident.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Why do people play with fireworks? Najee Harris just got hurt from a firework.
I don't know why
I don't get the
touches
fireworks thing.
I haven't had, I'm the one that'll watch from afar. I don't need to light the firework to be like a part of the festivities.
It's some dangerous stuff. I mean, we got into. I did so many awful things with fireworks when I was growing up. We had like bottle rocket.
Yeah, the
battles.
M80s where you'd light it and hold it.
No, we'd have those little bottle rockets and we'd shoot
the
them
Roman
across.
candles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like just ridiculous. But yeah, fireworks, man. There are a lot of injuries.
Mason, we were talking earlier about everybody else's reaction to the Tarik Skubal trade to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Wayne Randazzo was doing the broadcast for the Angels.
Yep.
And he had some interesting things to say about what was going on around this trade. Brian, can you hit it?
But why couldn't a team like the Brewers or the Braves or whoever step in and keep the Dodgers? It's just an open market. Anybody can go and get Skubal. This is not about money. This is about trading prospects.
Yeah.
And how could these other teams allow that to happen?
Especially when you think about the Brewers and all the incredible prospects they have.
Mark Feinsand of MLB.com. Jeff Passan is reporting that it was Zaire Hope, River Ryan, and Brady Smith, 3 prospects for Skubal going to Detroit. We've heard about Hope and we've heard about River Ryan. The Dodgers aren't the only team with prospects. And they aren't the only team with top 100 prospects that are in the mix. So how can they do? And they don't even trade their best prospect, which is DePaul.
Yep.
So how does this happen? Why would teams just allow the Dodgers to swoop in and do this? I don't get it.
It is a fair question. And anybody could have done this.
Conspiracy.
Oh, this is Emily's conspiracy. Everybody wants the Dodgers to.
Because they want a salary cap. They want to use this as leverage to get a salary cap. They'll do anything in order to get the salary cap, which might mean tanking the entire league. But, some teams tank. They don't tank the entire league.
The Dodgers are just shapeshifters.
Except in this case, there are probably 18 teams within 3 games or 4 games of the wild card.
Sure.
They all have a shot. So they're all moving.
And they all could have gotten Tarik Skubal.
Cubs, another team that we could potentially face during the postseason. They just got Clay Holmes, really good arm. There are players that are moving, and there are certain teams that are loading up. The Braves loaded up. The Cubs loaded up. Philly's making moves. So there are moves happening
But
here.
no move better than Tarik Skubal.
No move better than Tarik Skubal. It is just hard to fathom why nobody else jumped in for $9 million and 3 prospects.
What are you going to do?
$9 million and 3 prospects. We got a back-to-back Cy Young winner.
Hey, big bang, take a little bang.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
And let's circle around to Ohtani again. So we've had Ohtani. We started the season where we thought he could have a Cy Young season. Even John Ireland put mythical money on it.
Yes.
And that's not going to happen anymore. Nope. He's not going to make enough starts to be a Cy Young candidate. So should they? I don't know. I don't want to say force, but should they do a lot to make sure that he's pitching the postseason, or should it be just if it happens, it happens? The rotation is loaded even without him.
I think that he is a player who you've invested in, and you've made him a promise. I believe you've made Shohei Ohtani a promise, and the promise is we're going to let you do both, like you did with the Angels. We know this is who you are. We know that pitching is a huge element in what you bring to the game, and if you want to pitch, and if that knee is okay, and that bicep is okay,
big if.
We're going to let him pitch. And don't you agree that if Ohtani wants to pitch, he pitches?
Yes, but he's been injured as of late. He's been injured over the last few years. Injuries are starting to creep into his game.
And there's statistics, too, of when he's pushing himself to pitch, he's not always the best hitter.
He was pressing real hard early this year when he was struggling. And it just seems like I want Ohtani to be here as long as humanly possible. And I want you to be at the top of your game as long as humanly possible.
Right.
And if that means not letting you pitch for the rest of this season because we just brought in another ace and it's not needed, I wouldn't be afraid of exploring that.
Yeah, see, I was at one of the most miraculous games ever played in the playoffs last year where Shohei Ohtani got the win, struck out 9, and hit 3 home runs. Now, that's the That's the full e-ticket ride, right? And I think they want him to have the chance, and I think he wants the chance to do that again. He's never probably going to win a Cy Young Award because he does both. He's not going to be a guy who has 26 starts or whatever it is, 30 starts, so you have enough innings to win. But that doesn't mean you can't have an unbelievable impact in the postseason.
I just think if they were to do that and give him his way, which they are, but if he were to, in a world where disaster strikes and he were to get injured doing that, the fans would immediately turn on Mr. Roberts.
A couple of nuggets. This is from our friend Katie Wu. Will Smith is pain-free, has started baseball activity. Tyler Glasnow scheduled for another live Wednesday and could go on a rehab assignment shortly after. No update on when Shohei will be able to throw another bullpen. No Dalton Rushing in the Dodgers lineup tonight. The newly acquired Ben Rortvedt. Remember Ben Rortvedt? He was really good last year. He was in AAA with the Mets. They have reacquired him, and he doesn't need to be added to the 40-man roster immediately. So, this could change, obviously, based on Dalton Rushing's health right now since he's dinged up. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I really like Ben Rortvedt. Did a nice job with the pitching staff last year. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. Mason and Ireland. Sua's in for John, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
But Skubal showed up one night later just to greet all of his new teammates. And again, Freddie can counsel him on what it's like to transition to the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. And I'm sure not one, not two, not three, but four of the five pitchers that have the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball since 2022.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's John Ireland. In all my years of covering sports, one thing is for certain. Great teams walk in with a playbook. So why face your family's future without one? Globe Life makes protecting the people you love simple. And with Globe Life, it's never been easier. You can apply for coverage online or with an agent in just minutes. No complicated strategy, just straightforward protection from a name you already trust. Get your free quote today at globelifeinsurance.com.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days or $3,000 customer cash on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end August 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite play his acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, zoom, man.
All right, so I saw this story last week, and I haven't gotten a chance to talk about it yet, but a film producer has sued Netflix for $105 million after the company lost an encrypted copy of his World War II film called Fortitude. It starred Nicolas Cage and Ben Kingsley. Simon Afram, a Swiss businessman, wrote the script and spent 7 years and $45 million bringing it to the screen, according to the lawsuit. The complaint alleges an associate producer dropped off a digital cinema package at Netflix headquarters in June, so the company could consider whether or not to buy the rights, but it had been stolen when it was dropped off. So it got me thinking, if you could steal a physical thing and get away with it,
right,
what would you steal? And I don't want to hear money, I stole $1 billion. No. I want to steal a physical item.
Okay. Well, for me, I'd want to physically, perform the heist. Okay. And I'm going to get inside that glass case, and I'm going to get the Mona Lisa. I'm going to get the Mona Lisa. It would be great in my house. I need to get her to smile a little bit, so there may be some touch-up work. She looks like she's who doesn't smile for a
Mona Lisa
portrait? I mean, it's
you finished Hacks, right?
Yeah.
You know that scene where she's like, "Why'd this pop off?"
Yeah, exactly.
How about the Mona Lisa?
So I'd go Mona Lisa. What do you say?
I'd steal a Starlink.
Okay.
A Starlink.
A Starlink IP with a private IP and charge everybody that I knew $100 a month so that they had Wi-Fi and connection to everywhere they went.
One Starlink?
That's all you need.
Come on.
One
to power the entire.
You steal one of those $400,000 Starlinks they install on jets and stuff.
There's only one Starlink. How many Starlinks are up there?
There's levels to it. They those Starlinks they use on those jets for streamers where they're like streaming in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Those things connect anywhere and everywhere.
Right, but why would somebody use your Starlink and not
everybody
use the one
needs,
that's
you know how many
for free?
people go to just a sports game? Now my phone, $100. I got you for the rest of the month.
See, for me, it came down to beauty and art. For him, it came down to money. Kind of says it all.
That is Su'a in a nutshell.
BC, what do you got?
All right,
Fast
so
track.
Rich Paul's had some more comments today, not about
boy.
LeBron this time, but about
Hooray!
basketball shoes. You know,
Yeah.
so Rich Paul apparently says basketball shoes are no longer a lifestyle shoe. You don't see them, people rocking them every day with every outfit, but instead it's because of brands like New Balance kind of taking the way here. Now, Sue, I know you got your own shoes, which are very nice, I will say. Do you believe that the basketball shoes are no longer the lifestyle shoes?
Yes. Shoes in general are dying. That's why resellers are out of business. That's why Nike's profits have dropped 50% over the last 5 years. It's because people no longer can justify spending $200 for a pair of shoes that cost you $10 to make. And with all of these other grandpa shoes that are coming out a little bit more stylish, as you said, I love me some New Balances. I love me some.
I like New Balance.
I love me some Crocs. I'll throw some Crocs in
Not
sport
Crocs,
mode
not
and
Crocs.
get up out of that thing.
No.
My whole point is
Not Crocs. There's a line.
My whole point is shoes are no longer important to the outfit anymore.
You don't think so?
I mean, they look nice, but people are no longer. To be honest, they sell shoes that come pre-beat up now because it's a style.
I own one pair of what you would call basketball shoes. I have a pair of Jordans, and that's it.
Well,
but generally speaking, what are these?
Hokas?
Are these Hokas? There's something.
if I caught my friend wearing a pair of Paul Georges in the club, he might get thrown out. I'm throwing you out the club.
By the way, don't sleep on Skechers.
Skechers are
all right. They got a million different styles. They go with everything, and they're
got some
comfortable
Skechers
as
golf
hell.
shoes.
Who plays in Skechers? Is it OG Anunoby is a Skechers athlete? I think there's somebody on the
I know
Knicks
Kim
that was a
Kardashian is a Skechers athlete.
I know Snoop is a.
What is Kim Kardashian? Not?
Yeah, no, I'm big on this. I'm big on the Skechers. Cappy, it's funny. Cappy brought us 2 pairs of Skechers for free. I think he was trying to work some angle.
Of course he is. It's Cappy.
I'm sure he got him for free, but he got us each a pair of Skechers. Mine, I wear all the time. Ireland's, he wears all the time. I wear your shoes all the time,
They're
too.
comfortable.
Yeah, they're very
real
comfortable. Very comfortable. All right, we are live. Thank you very much, Brian. We are live at Rams training camp, and the Rams are kind of winding down here. We anticipate that practice will end in the next 30 minutes.
It's been interesting. It seems like the defense has had the upper hand today. There's been a lot of incompletions. There's been a lot like pass breakups. There's been fumble recoveries. It feels like they've been a step ahead today.
Yeah, it's also a little easier, again, for the defense to be ahead because they're not in full tempo. So as a defense that knows we're not in full tempo, most likely you're not going to run the ball too much. So we don't bite on the play action. We might line up at 7 yards instead of 5 like we normally would. In camp, you kind of have to take anything you see with a grain of salt.
So I want to ask you a question. So I know that people always say this. It's like, oh, fights in camp are good. We've seen some fights over the weekend.
They are.
Why is that good?
Get that first. Well, first of all, let's go down the list. We got camp goggles. Well, maybe the Rams don't have camp goggles because they're only here for 12 days. But for everybody else in the NFL, you're in camp for about 20 to 23 days at times. You're frustrated. You're in that hotel around a bunch of sweaty, stinking men that you are trying to kill at practice the day before.
Or get their job.
Yeah, like, as far as I'm concerned, half of you guys won't be here when the first game starts. So, like, we're not friends. I'm here for a job. So I'm frustrated. I'm mad. We're in the hot sun. I haven't seen my family. And then you stepped on my toe?
Okay, let me ask you.
Fight's going to break out.
Does that help? In other words, if two guys get in a fight on a practice field,
everybody's going to get in a fight.
Everybody's getting in a fight. Does that help anybody, hurt anybody?
It helps the team because it shows that you care. So if I get in a fight and my whole offense comes in swarms, I know my offense got my back. I'm one of the guys. Same with the defense. I know the defense got my back. Because then it's up to the coaches to make sure that this is talked about in the right way. If you demonize the team for having passion and having their guys back, then what do you think is going to happen when you play your rival and then they late hit somebody and you've told them, hey, don't defend him?
Yeah.
So you build that rapport as a team and trust as a team because it's an emotional sport. And
did you ever get in a big fight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Did you start him?
No. Like, my last fight in Denver was in a training camp practice. Some vet was trying to, like, bully a rookie and, like, try to drive him out of bounds on a block and, like, pancake him and, like, stood over him. And the rookie didn't defend himself because he's like, well, I don't want to get cut. This guy's, like, a contract guy. So I just came over. Bow!
Is that right?
I just stand over my dude, and then a whole fight broke out. And it was just like, bro, you're not going to do that. And we got the defensive meeting. Coach was like, good job, 2-1. You don't let anybody stand over your guy
one of the
like
great
that.
moments from Aaron Donald in training camp.
Ripped off somebody's face mask.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was basically him against everybody else. It was like in Game of Thrones.
Bengals, I think, right?
Yeah, it was like in Game of Thrones when it's like Jon Snow against the entire army of those guys.
Yeah, just line it up while everybody's – and then – like, I don't understand. I don't know if the NFL still does this. Do they still do joint practices?
They do.
Dumbest idea ever. Every single joint practice we've ever had.
By the way, that was a joint practice, I think, with the Bengals, right?
It was.
Every single joint practice I've ever been a part of, a fight breaks out. Every single time. Every single time. It's like, what do you think is going to happen?
Right.
What do you think is going to happen?
What's the difference between what's going on here and what will go on when they get to their facility?
Oh, well, you will not see full pads that much. Again, it's all about keeping guys fresh. We're getting into game plan now.
Yeah.
We're talking game one, and we don't even want media at practice for certain periods because we're running actual plays that I want to install for game. I'm trying to find my first 15 on offense and defense that I know that we're going to go against the 49ers. So I'm going to have the scout team line up and what the 49ers do. They're going to run their zone scheme on off, everything. Anything we're seeing now is vanilla. You can't videotape any of this and think that you're getting the upper hand. This is a wash.
There's no smart guy stuff.
Coach is going, look, defense, we got 3 calls today. Base, 3, 2. Don't look at me. You know what it is. Like, we're not showing anybody anything.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And then they go non-pads, and they're just getting ready, game planning once they get.
Mm-hmm.
At the wide receiver position this year, we obviously – the front 2 guys are there, right? Puka and Devontae. That third wide receiver job is pretty open. Torrey Holt was very high on Jordan Whittington. We've all talked to people who think Terrence Ferguson has a chance to break out this year. Do you have any concerns about that third wide receiver?
No, I think that the Rams had a chance to get their third wide receiver in the draft, and I think that they're very confident in that 13 personnel and all these tight ends that they have that they don't need a third wide receiver. I think you will see way more tight end usage, even though we got a lot of it last year.
Yep.
I don't think you'll see as much jet motion from that third receiver like we're used to. I think
Whittington used to do that a lot last
year. Whittington would do that a lot. I think you will get a lot of bunch packages with 3 tight ends, or even just Fergie out there lining up as the H-back. Sometimes he'll be fullback. Sometimes they'll line him at fullback. Stafford will hint to motion, and he'll go line up on the slot and just to get the mismatch. I think they're going to do a lot of what the Patriots used to do with Tom Brady and Gronk.
And just to explain that, too, to people who are listening, they're mostly doing that so that they're not giving away what they're doing. So, like, for example, like you mentioned, where if Terrence Ferguson was lined up, they are going to pass the ball because Terrence Ferguson at that time last year was only in plays that were passing. He wasn't necessarily a huge blocking tight end.
Yep.
But it's like we've seen him. If you make him into a blocking tight end, if you make him into these jet sweeps, then you don't always necessarily know what's coming at you.
Yep. Right. Yep. And that's the idea of that 13-person.
Oh!
Describe what we saw.
Big jump, back of the end zone. You throw it to the field goal post, let them catch it. Who brought it down? Was that Devontae? Of course it's 17 with the ball running out. He just big jump two guys.
There you go. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some game of games. It is my game today. We'll get it out of the way early because we think somebody from the Rams is stopping by. In the meantime, let me tell you about Corum. You know, I mentioned earlier in the show for the Mason Plus podcast, I interviewed Jeb Terry, the inventor of Corum, this week. I am telling you, the team that runs Corum is unbelievable. And if you have never seen an event at Corum, and that could be, you know, any of your summer sports, baseball, it could be cinema experience like The Matrix, it could be cinema experience like Willy Wonka or Harry Potter. You see it in shared reality. It's so hard. I describe it to people, and they're like, yeah, and then they go see it, and they say, oh, I get it. You got to go see Corum. It will change the way you feel about watching sports forever. For tickets and for upcoming events, go to Corum.com. That's COSM.com, Corum.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I don't think this is fun for other fans around Major League Baseball. The Dodgers can get anybody they want, and the worst part about this is a lockout is all but signed, sealed, delivered.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Your heart works hard for you every day. That's why taking care of it should be a year-round priority. Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, keeping you in the game with expert care, advanced treatments, and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Whether you're looking to be more active, make healthier choices, or stay on top of routine screenings, small steps can make a meaningful difference in your long-term health. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is 4 players today. Su'a, Lance from our internship team, Emily, and Brian Cohen. It is the over-under game. Ooh. So your answer will be over or under. Variety of subjects, including consumer products and sports.
So it's like Price is Right.
It is like Price is Right, exactly. All right, number one. The cost of a regular gallon of gas in the state of California as of today, is it more or less than $5.75? More than or less than $5.75, Sua?
More than.
Says more than. Lance?
More than.
More than. M?
Less than.
Less than. BC?
More than.
Correct answer, less than. It's actually $5.59 per gallon. That means M is on the board.
My car's electric. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. I just plugged
Hey, live
mine
in a
in.
nice neighborhood.
I just plug it on in, bro.
Number of wins for the Rams since coming back to L.A. in 2016. More than or less than 92, Lance. More than or less than 92 wins.
I'll take the over.
You're going to take more than. M.
Postseason included?
Included.
More than.
More than. BC.
More than.
More than. And Sua.
That's more than.
It is unanimous. The correct answer is more than 96 wins.
They've been winning 10 games a year, essentially.
All right, so it is M2, Lance, Sua, BC 1, number 3 from Craigslist, okay? A Fender custom shop Stratocaster guitar. What is the asking price? More than or less than $5,000? Again, if you know your guitars, a Fender Stratocaster guitar. We start with you, Emily. More than, less than $5,000?
More than.
More than? BC?
Less than.
Less than? Sua?
More than.
More than? Lance?
More than.
More than is the correct answer. Yeah, $6,199 if you need it. It's on Craigslist for you. Number 4, the highest temperature ever recorded in Death Valley. Is it more than or less than 131 degrees, Brian Cohen?
Less than.
Says less than. Sua?
Less than.
Less than. Lance?
Less than.
Less than. M?
Unanimous. Less than.
It's 134 degrees. Everybody was wrong.
What?
134 degrees is the all-time high in Death Valley. So everybody missed
I just
that.
watched
It
the
was
episode
more
of
than.
Naked and Afraid. I
What
just
was-
said it
What
wasn't
was the
that
over
high.
under?
131, so it's more than.
Okay.
It's the correct answer is 134. So I got M3, Lance 2, Sua 2, BC trailing number 5. Career three-pointers for Kobe Bryant, regular season and postseason combined. Is it more than or less than 2,040? What do you say, more than, less than, Sua?
Less than.
Says less than. Lance?
More than.
Says more than. M?
Less than.
Less than. BC?
More than.
More than's the correct answer. Yeah, 2,119 threes in his career, postseason and regular season. More than 2040. We've got a very good race now. M3, Lance 3, Sua 2, BC 2, number 6. From Amazon, a men's 70s rainbow sequin disco suit. More than or less than $111. Again, this is a men's 70s rainbow sequin disco suit.
And it's new.
It's new.
It's brand
That's
new.
correct.
It's not vintage. Yeah, okay.
More than or less than $111. We start here with Lance.
Less than.
Says less than. M.
Less than.
Less than. BC.
More.
More. And Sua.
Less. They got the deals at Zion.
Less is the correct answer. Yeah, only
Yes.
$51.90 for that disco suit. Nice work there. I've got Lance 4, M4, Sua 3, BC 2. We move on. Number 7. Major League Baseball complete game no-hitters in the last 10 years. More than or less than 11. Again, last decade, more than or less than 11 complete game no-hitters. We go to our leaders here. We'll start with Lance.
Less than.
Says less than. M.
More than.
Says more than. BC.
Less.
Less. Sua.
More.
More is the corrector. Yeah. The correct answer is actually 29.
Because there was one year where I think there was like 7 by like this
Yeah,
time in the calendar.
I was playing MLB The Show. I threw a no-hitter with my pitcher, and that's why I knew that.
Congratulations.
Of course.
That's that must have been one of the thrills of your life.
It was top tier.
All right. M is 5. Lance is 4. Sue is 4. BC, you're still in. No, you're out, BC. Sorry. You're out. Number 8.
Suck, BC.
Population of the state of Idaho. I thought Ireland would be here. Population of the state of Idaho. More than or less than 2 million. 2 million. We start with our leader, M.
Less than.
Says less than. Lance.
Less than.
Less than. Sua.
Less than.
Less than. BC's out. No, the correct answer is more than. 2,029,733. So very close, but more than 2
Must
million.
have had a baby boom recently.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got the last one. That means M goes first, and Lance and Su'a will have a chance to tie. Number 9, Jackie Robinson's OPS in his 1949 MVP season. More than or less than 950. 950 OPS in Jackie Robinson's MVP season. Emily, is it more than or less than?
More than.
That means Su'a and Lance go less than, and M gets the win. The correct answer, a 960 OPS for Jackie Robinson.
You win too many games for my liking. I feel like the fix is in. Conspiracy time. Emily's winning all the games so that none of us come up with our own games, so we go on a game strike.
We'll do the tiebreaker just for fun. Just shout out.
Good Emily impression.
How many RBIs did Jackie Robinson have in his 1949 MVP season? Just call it out. Su'a, how many RBIs do you think he had?
250.
Oh, God. Lance.
Let's go with 200.
200. M?
170.
Okay,
95.
you're much closer. BC?
95.
Yeah, the correct answer is 124.
Okay.
I'm just putting some spec on his
I think
name.
that would have been Brian.
Did you have 500?
No, 250.
250.
I'm just going off my stats off the show.
I don't think anybody's ever had 250.
I've had like
RBIs.
200 home runs in like 6 seasons straight with the Dodgers. Oh, my God. It's a creative player.
All right, there you go. There is your game of games. Congratulations,
I'm playing on Ricky.
Emily. That's the first game of the month?
First game of the month. And, so I'm I'm leading. I haven't won since May anyway.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on a cold streak.
Yeah, cold.
I want to thank Jacob Barani, who is the official partner for Game of Games. If you are involved in any kind of accident, anywhere, anytime, he is the guy we trust. He is the guy you can trust. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789.
I have a more or less than.
Okay.
Okay. Rams wins this year. More or less than
Make it a half.
11.5.
More.
More?
Less.
Less?
What?
Yeah.
You had them 11 and 6?
It's going to be exactly 11.
11 and 5?
Yeah.
11 and 5?
No, 11 and 6.
11 and 6?
Yeah.
What 6 games are they losing? Okay, one to
That
Seattle.
schedule is a
one to
beast.
Seattle, one to Philly. Or the game at Philly.
They play the Bills?
The Bills?
They're beating the
they've
Bills
got-
at home. They're beating the Bills at
But
home.
they've got so many tough games.
I don't think the 49ers are beating them this year.
I hope you're right.
I think their only loss in conference will be Seattle. That last game of the
That
season.
last game
when
in
you're
Seattle,
sitting
which
all
may
the
not mean
starters.
anything, yeah.
Where they're sitting all the starters.
Yeah, so you think they're going to go, what?
I think they're going 13 and 4.
Oh, my God. I want to live in your world.
13 and 4.
13 and 4.
If Aaron Donald comes back, I'm changing that to 15 and 2.
15, M, where are you?
I think I'm at 12.
12, okay.
I
so
think
the over.
12 and 5 over.
Lance, what about you?
I say 13 and 4.
13 and 4. Now, Lance, you've been here for how long now?
7 weeks. This is
Hold that. Put that mic right by your mouth. There
That's
you go.
your first lesson.
The first lesson. Okay, so 7 weeks. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned?
Don't share food, Chris.
Say again.
Being detail-oriented.
Detail-oriented, yeah.
We don't want to forget anything for the broadcast, So
That's right.
makes you guys look good,
Well, you've done a really good job, Lance.
Appreciate you.
This is your last week of your internship?
Were you responsible for the weights being put down on the stuff today? Or
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
fresh.
Congratulations on your internship, Lance. Great to see you, and we're here for you down the line, too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Coming up next for you,
Practice should be ending in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Excellent.
And so we are in a holding pattern for what might be somebody stopping by.
Yeah, we'll grab somebody coming up. Mason in Ireland. Sua's in for John, 710 ESPN.
Sun Hung Min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot shot and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break.
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Coverage starts Wednesday at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who to call, I say it's easy. I tell them to call my guy. I got a guy. Attorney Big Al. Big Al's been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. He's an LA native, a huge sports fan. Wait till you hear him go. And he knows that after a crash, things get overwhelming fast. Between dealing with insurance companies trying to rip you off, trying to get your car fixed, trying to find the right doctors if you're hurt, it can be a lot. It can turn your whole world upside down. That's where Big Al and his team will step in for you. So lock this number in your phone. 1-800-HURT-123. 1-800-HURT-123. They'll help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and help you understand what you may be entitled to. And here's the biggest thing. Don't let the insurance company call the plays. Call 1-800-HURT-123 or visit AttorneyBigAlCA.com. Attorney Big Al's Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And it is Mason and Ireland on your Monday live from Rams Training Camp.
On your home of Rams football.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA, made possible by Waba Grill. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
With Su'a Cravens and producer Emily, back to Mace.
Hey, live from Rams Training Camp. Beautiful afternoon here. Great Monday. And the Rams are wrapping up practice here at LMU. What do you think of LMU as a training camp site?
This is actually crazy. It's a beautiful campus. I used to pass by this all the time. It's my first time stepping foot on campus.
Me too. And I live in this neighborhood.
Do
I've
you?
never been
Right
to
down
LMU.
Marina?
I live in Venice.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're right down the street. Or up the street, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful facility. It's much better than when we used to go to, where was that, Orange County? Irvine.
UC Irvine. No disrespect to UC Irvine.
No disrespect to the Anteaters.
It's just further than where we live.
And I would argue hotter.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely hotter.
Really? You think Irvine's hotter?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, you're by the water.
You're more
By the water.
inland
We get a
than
little
at UC Irvine.
That's
The
true.
ocean here. We've watched practice, and it looked to be Matthew Stafford had some reps against the ones, and we saw Stetson Bennett out there.
You want me to go grab Tay right now? I'll just go grab him and tell him, come on.
You're just going to go grab
I mean, we
him
played
now?
together. I mean, we're boys. Yeah.
I think we're expecting somebody else to come on, so I think we're gonna.
I think we're trying to.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. You're right.
Yeah,
By security.
Break the rules here.
Maybe they wouldn't
Even though
recognize
you're
you.
cool.
Yeah.
You're cool and know everybody.
Let me get a
can walk
Jordan,
up to
Tay.
them.
So, when you were at training camp, what did you do to occupy your time when you weren't playing? Were you studying? Were you playing video games with the
Playbook.
guys? What were you doing outside of it?
FIFA.
Yeah.
The guys, as soon as practice was over and meetings ended, you had your controller with you. It was a FIFA tournament going down. It's how we passed the time in Richmond, Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am well aware of Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, that's
I would go
right.
see the minor league Flying Squirrels. Did you ever go see one of those games?
I did not.
It's a fun little. Well, they used to be the Richmond Braves, then they changed to the Richmond Flying Squirrels. When I was in high school, but Richmond's not too bad.
Well, yeah, sure. If you're from Virginia, Richmond is amazing.
Although I will say, minor league baseball is a blast.
It is a blast.
It's so much fun, minor league baseball.
Yeah, I mean, the game we went to this year, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And the stadium that the Buzzards have is
They build
crazy.
really cool little stadiums. Yeah, cool parks.
Yeah, it's great, and I think I like when they used to also have training camps involved in in Virginia. I never got to go to a Commanders.
They show up out in Richmond. The whole town shows up.
Yeah, it's
Can I
great.
say something while we're in the middle of waiting here? I spent an hour and a half on the Olympics ticket drop website today, and there is nothing there. The opening ceremonies are gone. All the finals are gone. It is so frustrating. I don't know how anybody's going to deal with the Olympics. Are you going to go?
Absolutely not.
You're absolutely not going to go.
I'm not a fan of a lot of people
All
in
right,
one
I think
place.
we got our first guest.
Oh,
here.
okay, here we go.
Blake Corum.
Ladies
Get
and
you
gentlemen,
right, my boy.
joining us is Blake Corum, Michigan man. What's going on, man? How are you?
How you doing?
Good to see you, man.
You too.
So what's it mean when you hear that phrase, Michigan man?
It means everything to me, man. It's one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I had a great time there. I felt like I was able to become a man and really grow on and off the field. So, being a Michigan man means a lot.
Okay. I played defense when I was in the league, and we had to tackle guys like you, and it wasn't fun. Hitting people, as much as they think you're delivering the hit, it shouldn't hurt you. It hurt. Does it hurt when we actually tackle you? I feel like you don't, as a ball carrier, you don't really feel it.
Especially at my height. You know what I'm saying? Low center of gravity wins. And so when someone's trying to tackle me, linebacker, D-line, corners, safeties, I'm trying to be lower than them so they can bounce off of me.
That's the common misconception. The average fan will think, he's a smaller guy. You should get him down. No, the smaller, stout running backs are the ones you don't want to meet in the A-gap.
No doubt, no doubt.
How you obviously share the running back job with Kyron Williams. How do you view your skills versus his? How do you guys compare?
Man, I feel like we complement each other, and I really feel like our relationship since I've got here has just grown so much. And so when he's in the game, I'm rooting for him. His skill set is one of a kind. I think that's why he's been a top back for 3-4 years in a row. And so he's explosive. He's consistent. He's going to get you those first downs over and over and over again. And then, he might wear the defense down, then I can come in and try to be an explosive back. But I feel like we really complement each other. I feel like we both, can be explosive, can run the ball hard, can catch, can pass pro. I feel like, when he's in, we're not missing anything. When I'm in, we're not missing anything. So I feel like, it's a win-win.
I've always been curious, from a running back's perspective, what is the more difficult job? Is it the pass pro with an overload look where I got to step up in this A-gap right now and the biggest linebacker is coming face first? Or is it trying to get that 4th and 2 conversion handoff? What is the tougher job?
Honestly, I feel like 4th and 2 might be harder.
Really?
I really do. Not for us, because I feel like we got some big hogs up front that going to pave the way.
But you don't shy away from that A-gap?
We're not going to shy away from it. But, I feel like, when it's an overload and that linebacker's coming, it's just force against force. It's going to be a natural recoil. We're both in the weight room, and so
you can hear the hard ball. You can hear
it. And so, you put your pad on him, then you get down, and it's natural recoil. So I feel like that's a little easier because you just know he's coming where, 4th and 2, they're going to bring in their big dogs, and it's going to be big dogs versus big dogs.
So do you think this year that you or Kyron will wind up seeing time as punt returner, kick returner in that role?
That's up to the coaches. I know we're good for it. I know we're willing to do whatever it takes for this team to win and reach the goals that we want to reach. So, to be honest, everyone on this team is such a unselfish player, teammate, and I think that's why, there are scouters and, they draft the type of guys that are good football players but also have good character. And so, whatever it takes, whether that be, Kyron punt return, whether that be me kick return, doesn't matter.
You're a Michigan man. I'm an SC guy.
Yep.
Big Ten. Is Big Ten the premier conference right now? Do you like the direction it's going, or would you like it to go back to how it used to be?
Nah, man, I like the direction it's going. I feel like, everyone used to be SEC, that's a great conference. But as we can see, 3 years in a row, Big Ten, has taken over. Not only just winning national championships, but, just, college football playoffs. And so I think the Big Ten, that's the best conference at the moment. I think the Big Ten has the most money for NIL. Yep. And
it's crazy how NIL got introduced, and the SEC can't make it to that chip no more.
They used to pay guys before there was NIL.
Here's
that's exactly what's going on there. That's what's happening. How would you define what the Rams culture is?
I think Coach McVay says it best. It's we, then me. And like I said, I'll go back to, saying we're unselfish. We want to win. That's what we care about here. We care about winning. We care about being good people. And so we is always going to come first. And, that's putting others before us, before yourself. And then, when you do that, then you get me success. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
The team success has to come first. And so I feel like that's the character. That's why, we've they've been successful, we've been winning the last couple of years, is because it's always been we, then me. It's team first always.
You know, I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, just south of Ann Arbor, and went to a few games at the Big House, and I think it's the most impressive stadium experience I've ever had. I mean, it was packed it's the Big House. Do you think playing in front of that audience and with that pressure, with that crowd, has helped you as you move to the next level?
No doubt. You know, being in the Big House is one of a kind. You know, whether we went.
You got to play in some big stadiums.
I did get to play in some big stadiums, and you know, being in the Big House, you know, a lot of people, you know, that was awesome. But I feel like in terms you say pressure, I feel like you have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, like, I embrace the pressure so it doesn't get my nerves and stuff up. But I played in some good stadiums.
What about when you stepped foot on that Rose Bowl?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I tell everyone, they're like, "What's the best game you ever played in?"
The Rose Bowl.
Not the national championship. It was the Rose Bowl. That was one of a kind, man.
So when you're not training, when you're not out here, what are you doing? You're in the dorms. What's going on?
You talking about at camp?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, at camp. When I'm not out on the field, we're in meetings lifting. If we're not doing that, you know, right after here, I'll go break down some film. And then, you know, I'll call just had a daughter. I'm a new dad.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
I appreciate it. So,
shout out to girl dads out there.
Shout out to the girl dads. I'll call my wife, you know, talk to my daughter, and
how has that
take care of
your
my body.
It's
giving me a bigger purpose, man.
Well, that's why he's not scared to block on the inside. He got the dad strength going now.
No doubt.
That's
no
cool.
Doubt,
What's a younger guy on the team that doesn't get, or maybe hasn't got his name mentioned, but he's been flashing so far from what you've seen?
Oh, man, there's a bunch of them. And I'll just say C.J. Daniels and Ty Simpson. I feel like, you know, they both have come in, you know, mature beyond their years. They don't say much. They put their heads down. They go to work. They try to, you know, learn from the vets. With Ty, you know, learning from Matthew and CJ, learning from Devontae, Puka, and you can see it out on the field, man. They're making plays, and they're not scared to just go for it. You know, if they make a mistake, they make a mistake. That's what I love about this team. That's what I love about Coach McVay, because either you make a mistake, they're not going to hold it against you. It's like, do the next right thing. And
right.
So, you know, they actually accept mistakes. They encourage it because, you know, failure is just part of growth. And so, you know, I'll say those two guys, man, they've been coming out here grinding and letting it loose.
So Ty is one of the most talked about players because of his draft position and all that stuff. Tell us, you've had a chance to get to know him and to play with him. Tell us about Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a great. And I think you know, being able to learn from a great, you know, is only going to make him better. You know, he doesn't have to come in here and play right away. He knows that. We all know that, right? But he is coming in here and acting like he's going to play right away. You know, he's taking those steps. He's, you know, in the classroom, you know, being a sponge, soaking up as much as he can. And he's coming out here and performing, man. Like, he had a throw the other day when we were in the red zone. And, you know, that looks like something number 9 would do, right?
Yeah,
and so, you know, just seeing his growth from OTAs to now, and he has no fear, man. He comes out here and he's not scared to fail, and he's just learning, man. It's great to see.
You know, I get up in the morning and put on ESPN. I watch Get Up and First Take and all those shows.
No doubt.
And the one thing I love, everybody's talking about the Rams now. Like, you know, whole big chunk of the show is about the Rams being the Super Bowl favorites, all that stuff. Do you have any sense of that talk that is out there, that the Rams are being discussed as, like, you know, one of the great teams, the Super Bowl favorite?
Yeah, I think, you know, anywhere you go, you know, people will come up to you, oh, you guys are going to Super Bowl this year. But, you know, you just have to tune that out. You know,
McVay does a good job of telling y'all that, too.
100%, man. And I feel like any championship team, you know, it's a long season, man.
Yeah.
You know, and there's been great teams that haven't gone and won. And, you know, you just got to take it day at a time, week at a time, and game at a time. So, like, you know, we're not thinking about, oh, we could, you know, go win the Super Bowl. We're thinking about, you know, breaking down this film today.
Yep.
And having an off day tomorrow and getting back to work, man. And so that's what I love about this team, because we're all about that work.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, it's great meeting you, great seeing you. We will be there all year long. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm a huge Blake Corum fan.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming by, man. We appreciate you.
No, thank you.
All right, Blake Corum of the Los Angeles Rams. Coming up next, we may have another guest. Stick with us. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
But Skubal showed up one night later just to greet all of his new teammates. And again, Freddie can counsel him on what it's like to transition to the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. And I'm sure not one, not two, not three, but 4 of the 5 pitchers that have the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball since 2022.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Waba Grill. It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery chili crisp. Get yours now, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
The home of the Los Angeles Rams, and Coach Sean McVay joins us right now. Coach, great to see you. How you feeling?
I feel good. Good to see you too, Steve. I told the guys they better enjoy this weather while we got it, because I went home and I live close to Woodland Hills, and it is a lot hotter out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But this is great.
Coach, I hear that your training camp is only like 2 weeks long. Where did this come from?
Well,
this ain't Richmond anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's not Richmond. You know that. We got a little different rules than when you were doing your thing too with the CBA, but what we try to do is, I think it's good to be able to get away. You know, we'll still keep a similar rhythm and routine once we get back to Woodland Hills in a couple weeks, but to get out here, have the fans out here, get a chance to talk to you guys, I think it's good. It brings up the energy of practice, and that little breeze that comes over here near the ocean is real nice, because it's not the same over near in Woodland Hills.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I was going to ask about Aaron Donald, but you've answered it every which way.
Yeah.
Do you want to try a different answer?
What do you want me to say? He's coming back?
Blink twice.
Yeah.
Blink twice.
Yeah, there you go. You can't see through my shades. He's on track. He's doing great. You know, we've got some tentative dates set. Like I mentioned, it won't be until we leave here. But he is working his tail off. He's putting himself in a position. You know, one of the things that I think is great is, you know, when he played those 10 years, he knows what it looks like to be able to put himself in position to be ready to go. And he's, you know, it's a rare thing where he's taking care of himself with these 2 years off. And anybody that follows his Instagram knows that's the case. But he's a motivated guy, and one of the things I think is great is whatever he does full speed, and he doesn't owe us anything, and I really mean that and believe that. This guy gave so much to me, to this organization, and really he gave 10 years of everything that he's got, and if he's going to be able to do that again, you know, then we want to try to be able to figure out what it looks like to be able to add him and add value to this team. But, you know, we'll see. But so far, you know, things seem to be trending in the right direction, but certainly don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Coach, you know, I've known you since before I could even buy a drink.
How about that?
Since I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And did you think it would lead to all of this? Like, even then, when I was a rookie on that Washington team, you were still the guy.
Yeah.
Everybody would come and talk to you. To see it all turn into this and the magnitude and the impact you've had on L.A. and the pressure as the head coach of the Rams, the best team in the NFL currently, what is that like?
Well, first of all, I would say this. So it's incredibly humbling and flattering when I think about the people that put their arm around me. You know, my journey started because my grandpa, John McVay Sr., rest in peace, did an amazing job of setting a foundation for our family name that I got opportunities that nobody else would have gotten otherwise. And so you want to make sure you do right by that. I love players. I love coaches. The thing about this game is I love the tactical part of it, but I love the types of people that it attracts. Courageous people that aren't afraid to put themselves out there with the unpredictability of the outcomes and still just going for it. And we got a lot of guys. We call that living. Most people just exist. We want to be able to live. But I'm really grateful to have been here. Love living in L.A. I know you like it out here too. But my family, my 2 kids, my parents, and then, ownership and all the players and coaches I get a chance to work with. I don't think I could have ever pictured, how happy and grateful I am in my wildest dreams. And that's why you just want to live and take advantage of it and be in the moment.
We were talking a little bit earlier today about you and kind of tying in the Dodgers. The Dodgers get all the smart people in one room and make a decision. You're very much that way. You're very, very collaborative.
Yes.
And I think that means you're taking ideas from anybody who's got a good one, right?
Absolutely. I think you want to be constantly curious. There's always things to learn. And what I really appreciate in terms of just, our makeup with our leadership group here, whether that's coaches or whether that's Les, Kevin Demoff, Tony Pastors, Mr. Kroenke and Josh, it's been incredible. Great communication leads to great collaboration. And I think that's the foundation of everything. And that's where the trust comes from. And, and then I think, in a lot of instances, being able to be aggressive with some of the players that we've acquired. What our guys know is there's enough humility to know it doesn't do anything, but it gives us a chance to come together as a team. And this is the greatest team sport that there is. We've got a bunch of guys that have been, what would be called superstars from the outside, but they got the humility and they're one of the guys. And I love what we're doing. We're just coming together as a team. And today was a step in the right direction. I thought there was good quality ball on both sides of the football.
Because we had the legend Torrey Holton, hopefully soon to be Hall of Famer, up here talking earlier, and he mentioned Ferguson. He thinks is going to be his breakout player. I saw you sneaking him in at H-back. I saw you moving him in at fullback, motioning him to the bunch. Do you think he's prepped for a breakout year this year? He's going to get a little bit more mix in the offense this year.
I think so. And here's what I would say. He was a tremendous part of our offense last year. Obviously, there was a lot made about 13 personnel. We can only do 13 personnel because we had Colby Parkinson, Davis Allen, Terrence Ferguson, and Tyler Higbee. That's why you can do 13 is because you have 4 tight ends that can really do it. Ferguson's a guy I love coming out of Oregon. He made some big plays in the pass game. He's got a lot that he can offer after the catch. He's got incredible just overall bend and flexibility to be functional as a move player all over the formation. I love his makeup, and I love the leadership that he's got from Scooter Huff and those other guys that I mentioned that have played a lot of ball.
Well, he's lucked out as well to get you as a coach because you're familiar with having talent like Jordan Reed, that athletic tight end. This is a dream come true for a pass-catching tight end in this offense.
There's no question. That's a good throwback. Jordan Reed's one of the best players people don't talk about enough. Loved being able to work with him. A lot of our pass game went through him in Washington. He was a total stud.
So this trip to Australia is coming up. Do you know?
I haven't heard that.
Do you know how is it going to work? You're going to be there. Are you going to be there to play with koalas?
Not going to hit the beach.
Kangaroos?
We're going to take a time machine 10 minutes before kickoff and show up. Right in Melbourne.
Is that what you're going to do?
We're going to leave a little bit later. I mean, here's what I would say. There's no what I think we always want to try to do is what do we think is best for our players? And usually that entails keeping them in their rhythm and routine as closely as possible, figuring out what does it look like in terms of the flight out to be able to get the sleep, and then based on how long we land before kickoff. And, we've had a lot of experiences traveling from West Coast to East Coast. We did something different in London that really hasn't been done, going from Baltimore to London last year a little bit later. And look, it's going to be after the fact. Everybody will say whether it was a good idea or not, but we believe in it beforehand, and I think there's a lot of thought and deliberate, conversations that go into it, and all of it is at the heart of what's best for our players. And so, we will go a little bit later, but I'm focused on training camp block 3 coming back after this break.
There you go.
Stafford's fully healthy.
Yeah.
You got the best defensive player in NFL football on your team. You got one of the best shutdown corners in a trade. What flexibility does this team have this year opposed to last year?
Well, there's a lot of guys outside of the ones you mentioned too, Su'a. You know how important it is to be able to have 10 guys around you that you can trust to be able to do your role. But, Miles has been as advertised. I've really loved getting to know the human and the range and the different things that he's interested in, how smart he is, listening to his thought process as he's getting down in his stance before the snap. And then Trent McDuffie has been great. Obviously, Matthew's doing his thing, but I could go on and on about really a lot of different guys that have really shined bright in these settings. But those three in particular, when they've been out here, I joke with Stafford. I say he's like the white tiger, at the zoo. You go to the zoo, the white tiger doesn't come out often, but when he does come out, it's always a show. That's what it's like when he comes out here. And but Miles and Trent have been awesome too, Sue. I'm really glad that we were able to add them.
Ty Simpson is out here, your first-round draft pick and quarterback of the future. Where is he in his development?
Done good. There's a lot that's being thrown at these guys, Steve, in a short amount of time. He didn't get any reps today, but he is doing a great job with Dave. He's intentionally approaching every single day. And I'm very excited about Ty. I really like the makeup that he has, and Stetson Bennett has been doing an outstanding job as well.
How do you stop? Like, I get up in the morning, I put on ESPN, I watch First Take, I watch Get Up, I watch all those shows. And the one thing I was telling Blake Corum this, I love when I get up and they do whole big chunks of Rams, right? The Rams are all over those shows right now because I don't know if you know this or not, but the Rams are Super Bowl favorites. How do you deal with that internally, and where do you put that in your head?
Well, I think you acknowledge it, but you say it doesn't mean anything. You say, okay, you guys remember who the favorites were last year, right? No, you don't. No, okay? And so what our guys, I think we've got the appropriate humility that you earn it every single day. There's inevitably, what I want us to be courageous, connected, inside out more than we've ever been before, and then we're going to have to handle the storms because you're either in it, you're coming out of it, or you're getting ready to go back into it. It's one of those three things all the time, and how you handle that is a separator. And so I want to see the makeup of our group. I like the way that we're coming together. I like the way that we're showing that resilient. We got a lot of individuals that have the mental and physical toughness that we're looking for, but I think those are skills that you build and develop, and we're really leaning into that. And I think our guys understand, man, the hard work pays off. We're going to put it in every day, keep making those daily deposits, and then we'll roll it out there and play, and then we'll see what the hell happens and handle it inside out.
Coach, you're probably not asked this question a whole lot. What do you do for fun outside of football? Does football ever leave?
I love football. You know what? I like to work out. I stay active. Me and my wife, we like to be outside, go on walks, take our little boys for walks.
Taking them golf yet?
You know what? I'm not a golfer. I'm not patient enough for golf. But we got pickleball.
Nice.
We got a pickleball. We'll shoot hoops in the backyard. I'll do that. We got the trampoline. Me and Jordan are jumping on the trampoline. I was out there with him yesterday. It was that trampoline was pretty damn hot though in Woodland Hills. But I love being active. I love working out. And then fortunately, I love football.
There you go. You found
that. I like to read and relax. But you know what? It's good to be able to do something that you don't feel like you're working, and you're always kind of driven to try to do right by the people you're doing it with.
Okay, I've been told I need to get you to say something.
Yeah, what do you need me to say?
I need you to say, whose house, Rams house.
What, can people hear me?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be on the radio when we...
They're going to hear it.
Yeah, they're going to hear it. They're going to hear it.
Oh, I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Whose house? There you go.
Now you say Rams house.
Rams house.
There you go. We got it. Awesome. Hey, Sean.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Don't do it.
Awesome seeing you, Sean.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Steve,
very much.
always
We'll
good
talk
to
all
see you.
season long,
yes,
man.
sir. Appreciate
there
you
go.
guys.
Coach Sean McVay, the finest coach in the National Football League, Coach Sean McVay of the Los Angeles Rams. I got a picture real quick, and there we go. And Coach is on his way. Have a great camp, man. Great seeing you. Coach Sean McVay there. Very cool. Very cool. Not a golfer, though.
I think he can get him there eventually, Su'a.
Nah, I think Sean, he's right. He's too amped up for the course.
Too slow.
He's going to swing too hard. He's just too much energy for the golf.
You know what? I don't like golfing because it takes up the entire day.
Not if you play fast.
What?
You get that 6:30 tee time, I'm done before 10.
That's you and Travis are both
like that. That's a big chunk. That's 4 hours of time.
3.5.
When half of it I would be in bed.
Well, get up. And I walk the course at that time.
You don't take a cart?
No, the morning dew is gracing my socks as I walk the course.
No shoes?
Huh? Well, I don't wear socks.
Okay.
Or I wear these shoes that are like kind of meshy. So, because if you're gonna walk the course, they have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So I walk the course. Me and Travis, we love being out there for that long.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Speaking of those guys, they're going to come up next. Is this our last stop at training camp?
This is our last stop at training camp, but I believe DeMarco and Travis will have a couple more spots out here.
Excellent, excellent. And Sue, I think I'm going to see you later on this week.
Yes,
too.
you will. And then you'll see me, I think, next week or 2 weeks?
Well, because you'll be in because he's not going to be.
You'll be in because I'm not.
Okay.
I've got my big trip.
And you have your debut of Game of Games.
Yes.
Wait, when's he doing Game of Games?
Friday.
Oh,
it's going to be all about Big Sue.
Hey, I'll study
wow, it's all about you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like you. I'm in the me business.
Okay. I got the idea from you. And I'm going to have some very strange questions that you should know at least 2 of the answers to.
I'll know.
You should know 2 of the answers to them.
All right. Thank you very much to everybody who worked on the show today. Lance, everybody. Who's Rick
Lance,
Cutler's here.
Brooke, Frankie
awesome
DeFresh.
people. Frankie DeFresh. Had a great time. Go Rams. Coming up next for you, we've got Travis and DeMarco coming at you. I'm back tomorrow at noon tomorrow with John.
Yep, John will be
me and
here.
John tomorrow back at noon. 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN.